Yeah.
Wait, you saw it too?
Oh yeah.
Were you in the same theater?
You told me to go see Pirates. I was like,
at different times.
What time did you see it?
I saw Pirates at 7 last
welcome
night.
everybody.
We're
Off
here.
topic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Off topic.
Welcome. You joined us mid-conversation. This episode of Off Topic brought to you by CISO. Thank you.
There we
go. Today we're joined by
Jeremy.
I'm Trevor.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Alfredo.
And there's our Twitter handles.
I'm Ryan.
Pippaman in
also,
post.
There it is.
Alfredo, explain who you are.
It's funny because it won't
yeah,
actually
so
I just wanted to do that to piss off broadcast.
I'm a Twitch streamer.
all
so
the
I do
YouTubers,
games for a
all the
living.
YouTubers are like, what's wrong? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So Alfredo, tell us a little
Okay.
bit about yourself.
You're not Jeff.
Yeah, no, I'm not. And much more over-the-top energetic than Jeff, probably.
It's true.
And
yeah.
present.
You're a lot less tired than Jeff. I'll say.
Yeah, Jeff Dirt
He's
definitely
got
has
like
the whole like
he's
sleek
here, but
look
he's
at
not
all
here.
times.
A youthful vibrance
Yeah,
to you.
there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, formerly of IGN, but I've been doing Twitch full time for 2 years.
Sweet.
So I just play video games for a living, like you guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've been playing a lot of games with him,
And
right?
apparently you stumble into movie theaters simultaneously.
Oh
with these
yeah,
guys.
we
Okay,
just
okay,
we
okay,
stumbled
So
together.
Jeremy went at 7. What time did you guys go?
We went
10, 15.
And also, where was my invite?
Ooh.
Lost in the mail.
Which
Lost it.
theater did you go to?
We do have a lot of mail
Alamo,
in there. Could be
over here in
stacked up.
Mueller.
The one Mueller went?
Yeah.
I also went there. So I must
was
have
like
been
a last
watching while you were
minute
there.
check.
It was like a
Jack's
last
not
minute
happy.
deal. It was like after hours we were like, what are we gonna do? You know what? Jeremy just said Pirates. That sounds good. Let's check it out.
Yeah.
And because I like the franchise, it's fun and all that. And we went and watched it. We're not gonna spoil anything, but at some way,
Wasn't good.
at some point,
Not
like a
good.
third of the way through, we lost like half our audio tracks. Like so, people are just like so at this one moment where this boy and girl they're talking to each other and they're just going. I'm like,
We started
is this some
looking
sort
at
of
each other like, did we miss the joke? Was it a poorly set up joke?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we're like, no, there's just the commentary track.
Did they come
missing
online like,
completely.
oh, we're gonna...
no?
No.
It
Was
just
it just
stayed.
on
Was
and
it
off?
just the voice track?
That would
or
be
was
Yeah,
great.
it-
just the voice
It-
track.
there's
If
multiple
someone
voice
ran out in a
tracks.
panic and started reenacting the scene for you.
They're saying this. I thought it was like some,
dropped out or something.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like I thought they were doing some sort of romantic thing. They're like, read my lips, baby. But then the whole conversation happened. Then they stopped looking at each other. I'm like, man, they're good at this. But yeah, and so then like a voiceover track came in, and we're like, okay, maybe they fixed it. It like faded in. So we're like, okay, maybe they fixed it. Exposition's happening left and right, and so we're missing all these plot points.
It got to the point where there was this whole backstory about Jack, and they were like, we can't hear anything. So
Yeah.
this is
The
this is
backstory about
our
the main
exit.
villain.
Yeah.
Lost it all.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Gone.
just like.
So what? So
Man,
what did
if
they do?
only that
Inopportune
backstory was
time.
good.
We got refunded. I think a couple people did as well. But
Yeah,
I think the worst part
pretty much
is
everybody walked out.
is
'cause
like, when am I ever gonna really see that movie?
Yeah.
'Cause-
So
On
for
a
the
plane.
rest of the movie,
yeah,
it was
that's
like
true.
that?
we left.
Yeah, we just laughed.
We left before like the
We were-
midway point. We're like
We were like an hour in, so we saw the first hour of the movie.
Yeah.
but
No
it's
one
like-
noticed and fixed it?
well, we kept
People
telling them, and they're like,
occasionally
we're
kept
working
going
on
out,
it. We're
yeah.
working on
How
it.
did they not just stop the movie? And
I don't know. I was infuriated.
Can't stop the movie, Jack.
you sounded
Can't stop, won't
infuriated.
stop.
This was
Movies
like
gotta keep
Infinity
going.
Wars.
They got another
whatever.
movie coming up
Rewind
after.
that.
They
If I know one
they already
movie-
sold those tickets, Jack. They can't stop.
If I know
It's
one emotion to represent Trevor, it's infuriating.
I am infuriated.
It wasn't great.
in fuego.
Wasn't great.
Not a
I don't
fan?
want to spoil
It
it.
was-
I'm not going to say any spoilers.
I'll probably go see it just for the
You're
spectacle.
spoiling my desire to see it. By saying
Well,
it's
okay,
not great.
I don't want to spoil the movie at all, but what I felt like their issue is they tried to do too many things in too little time. It's like it's a long film.
I think they gave
2
too
hours.
much time
It's
to
2 hours.
too
Yeah.
many
So
things.
You saw a movie on opening night.
I did
Why?
because
That's not you
because
at
my
all.
friend is here. My friend's in town, and we were like, let's go to Alamo.
Special occasion.
Okay.
And so like we were like, let's see Baywatch or Pirates, and so we said, let's go see Pirates.
When
And,
did you decide to see that movie?
like maybe I don't know, maybe a week ago at most, Saturday maybe.
What's
I was gonna say
Did you buy
6:45.
tickets then, or
Yeah, Saturday
Okay.
or Sunday. Yeah.
okay?
Did
so
you have to see like an ocean themed movie? Like you couldn't see anything.
Well,
other
that was the
than
new
Had to
movies
be
that were
around
out.
water.
Have you seen Alien?
No, but I'm not gonna see it.
See, now that I'm here, like I saw a little bit of Pirates. I've heard a lot about Alien, like from people that were fans of the franchise. Now I'm like, both these two franchises that I was kind of anticipating, like to kind of get me through this movie slump. I'm like,
sequels, man?
it's like,
Yeah.
I would just get a bank on Wonder
so
Woman.
you should wait for Baby Driver. I've heard nothing but amazing
I,
things.
Really? I
I'm
saw the
excited to
preview
see
for
that.
that, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
huh.
The fuck is Baby Driver?
I'm kinda
Edgar Wright's
cast.
new movie. It's
It's
Edgar
a guy
Wright
who's like,
did Shaun of the Dead.
he's got some brain shakes or something, so he has to listen to music so it doesn't happen.
He's like
He's got
massive
shakes.
tinnitus. Like basically
Does he
like it
drive
hurts him. if he doesn't eat.
babies, or is he a baby
name
that
is
His
Baby.
name is
drives?
Baby.
His name is
Yeah.
Baby.
So technically
like-
he's a baby that drives.
It's the sequel to Baby's Day Out.
All right.
It's a sequel to the Baby Boss. Or
and
whatever
Ted
that movie is.
Danson
Yeah,
and
Or a
Tom
modern-day
Selleck
retelling of
and
Look
Steve
Who's Talking.
Guttenberger there. They have
Steve
They
Guttenberger?
have 3 men in a Baby Driver will be the sequel. And they'll sing the driver to sleep every
Nothing
night.
better for your health than a Gutenberg.
What's old Steve been up to?
Steve Guttenberg?
Yeah.
Probably a lot of like ABC family movies, I'm guessing. Or
I
like
hear-
those Hallmark movies, like the My
Ooh, that's the
Invisible
good stuff.
like My Invisible Daughter kind of movies.
I think he's one of those actors that went through the bad times and came out like hyper religious.
Really? Like Kirk Cameron style?
Kirk Cameron did a bit.
Oh.
Huh.
I'm not sure. Don't quote me on
We're
that.
officially in the realm of people I've never heard
There's a
of.
lot of
Yeah,
names.
Steve
okay,
Guttenberg.
good.
I heard Hallmark.
Yes.
I'm sitting here like,
Police
all right.
Academy.
Yeah.
You've heard of that series.
I've
How about
heard of
Short-
the film.
You've
Short
heard of the
Circuit.
film.
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit. Police
Johnny
Academy.
Five alive.
You gotta see Short
Number
Circuit.
5 is alive.
This is all going over my
Someone
head.
write this down for me. Take some notes.
Alfredo,
Can we take it back to our childhood? Like
having you here.
Brink, Johnny Tsunami. Can
There we
talk
go.
about that?
There we go. We got
Something
some
that
Disney films.
Yeah, Disney.
I love having Alfredo here. We played Trivial Pursuit yesterday, and
Yeah.
we were equally stupid.
Yeah. Not only that, but we also like
No, don't
either...
spoil anything.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
You don't want to spoil anything.
coming. It's coming.
yeah.
All right.
We
Steve
suck.
Guttenberg.
Yeah, it was terrible.
We suck. We don't know anything.
Oh, like so on IMDb is known for are Police Academy 1, Police Academy 2, Police Academy 3, and Short Circuit. All
was the-
movies that came out before 1990.
Who was the sound
rough.
effects guy?
Born.
Oh,
That
he
guy was awesome.
Dude, he was in Ballers, the HBO show with The Rock. He was in 8 episodes of Ballers.
Oh, After Party.
What are you on the phone with? What are you
Oh,
doing?
someone just called me. So
Oh.
I was checking the message.
Hello?
It's my
Hello?
look, it's my 10th wedding anniversary. I got stuff
Is it
being-
today?
Well, happy
Oh,
anniversary,
Thank you. I'm
Ryan.
having. There's some flowers being shipped to my house.
What's
I'll
the
make
10
sure it
what's the
wasn't
10-year
flood.
present?
He was in
Everyone
Sharknado
ship Ryan
4.
some
Technically, the
flowers.
10-year present
That's like
is
you
diamond.
made it.
He was in Levantula.
Diamond.
Diamond.
Ooh,
One-
flowers made of
Just
diamonds?
Just
The
a
flowers
just a
are not
one
made of
huge
diamond.
diamond.
Man, my first anniversary is in like a week, I
Hey.
think. And I don't know what the first anniversary gift is, but I told Kat last night. I'm not really
A
getting her
gumball.
anything.
I think
It's
I think
nothing good.
It's
paper.
also
It's
my
paper.
birthday.
You gotta
My
start
anniversary's
low,
on
yeah.
my
That's
birthday,
cool.
and I'm like, I'm
Oh
getting you a present on
my
my
goodness.
birthday.
Yeah, my
Is the worst.
second year anniversary in a week.
Paper.
But he's gonna celebrate at Kind of Funny Life 3.
Just give her a $100 bill. Be like,
There you
"Here's
go.
paper
Open
and
your
paper."
birthday gift and turn
It's
it around.
hers.
and
Just took it from her
re-gift
wallet.
Yeah. That's
There you go.
yours. You
You
can have
roll
this.
it up, give her an 8-ball.
Buy
and then
something
she-
nice.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. She just
Right.
Jesus.
I'm gonna buy.
What's up? What are you
Oh, I
seeing?
was just saying, Jeremy, Ryan talking about giving Kat some drugs for her
fine.
anniversary.
Isn't that what you do with the 100 bills?
Jeremy
Roll
said
them
keep
up?
that
Yeah,
out
I'll
of the
tell you.
content.
I don't actually. No,
That's
I don't
fine.
do it.
Yeah.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, my
Hey.
anniversary's coming up too. I'm getting some great
Oh,
ideas
yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So.
You want,
Yeah.
you want a shot?
An
I like
8-ball
this
and a
idea.
diamond.
No, chopped up
Perfect.
diamonds. Snort those.
Oh,
Then
now you're high
Perfect.
class.
You'll be
Got it.
sneezing
Now you're high
diamond
class.
dust. You can bedazzle anything you sneeze on.
Bedazzle your
I will give you a
lungs.
giant one.
Bedazzle
Yeah.
your life.
Beautiful, thank you.
What's happening over here? Just look.
That's a good slide there,
Oh,
Trevor.
did that.
Thanks. Did you catch it?
Alfredo,
Audience?
you want any whiskey?
I'll join you.
Are you sure?
yeah.
Nope.
That was reluctant.
No pressure.
No.
This
I'm
is
in.
it's a dangerous thing to let him be in charge of the pouring.
I don't.
because he
I
won't
don't peer
stop.
pressure people. I just make them feel bad if they don't join me.
No, it's just because I don't know. I started drinking like 3 years ago, and I don't drink too much, so I'm not quite sure what I.
Is that why you
like,
didn't
what
get
I
away with that and
don't
faking
like, You know.
That's
I like
okay.
that.
You can cash.
Broadcast finally got us a bottle of
Oh,
rum, which makes me
yay.
happy.
So
Oh,
this
it's
is.
plastic.
I love
for Chase,
whomever
everyone needs it.
broadcasts.
Yep, I came prepared.
Also-
I know every time I
Everybody,
show
what's
up
up?
here.
Here's our Twitter handles.
Hey,
So
boss.
wait, what?
Timestamp is 9 minutes in. Oh,
Oh, we can make him do that.
Either
so
get the
many
shot up or
times.
fire me. Pick one.
Oh,
Trevor.
yeah.
You're
Okay.
awesome. I didn't think of that.
shut up or fire me. All right. Jen,
Come on.
touch
Your
it.
Jen's in there too.
Hey.
Tap it.
Oh, cheers.
There it is.
Empty Diet Coke can.
Cheers.
Salute.
Oh! The thing bashed me.
I'll let you
Audio
drink from this.
friendly.
There's nothing in there.
That's some good stuff.
Aw. You want me to bring you a new one?
What do you think,
Ah,
Alfredo?
good. I'm already trying to drink myself to
It's
death.
smoother than most.
It's smoother.
I don't
than
know
a-
about chasing it down with a Red Bull.
Have a
though.
sip of that.
That was probably not the brightest
Yeah, it wasn't
idea.
the cleanest.
If it's Jaeger, chase it with a Red Bull every time.
What are you looking for?
Whiskey,
Little
chase it
nappy.
with a Coke.
We
See,
can't
these
keep
are things
Jaeger
I'm
in
still
here.
learning.
Or whiskey, chase it with Moxie, which is a horrible cola.
Really?
And then-
it just completely annihilates the taste of a
Where do
whiskey
you
for some
find
reason.
Moxie?
And then once you're done with
You
the
gotta
Moxie,
love the
1950s.
use
Yeah.
oxycodone.
You go to the ice cream shop.
Yeah.
Listen,
You got
me
some
and my
Moxie,
friends are
kid.
trying to find a use.
You're not gonna be on
Moxie.
law here, Al.
Andrew
They got
was
some
there.
Moxie.
We did it. It eliminates the taste of whiskey for some reason.
By making a much worse taste.
Kind of.
I mean, it works.
Yeah.
That's not working.
That's like
It's science, Ryan.
that's
Come
like
on.
when
I feel like
that's like when I used to get when I was really little and my
I don't
doctor
think
would give
that's
me a
science.
shot.
Everything's
My
science
dad
if you
would
try
pinch
hard
the
enough.
hell out of my leg.
I was gonna say that's like taking a
And I'd
shot
be like, ah, and he goes,
and then
"You didn't know it's a shot."
smashing your hand with a hammer. You know.
Yeah.
So I need a shot and a hammer. What's the hammer for? It's to chase the taste away.
Shots
with
really
pain.
doesn't taste good, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do anything other than taste it.
Most shots don't taste great. I admit that.
This is what led to people figuring out that you could just shotgun alcohol up your asshole.
Ooh.
Right, or you could eyeball
Let's
it.
try that.
Remember
You
people
can
doing
eyeball it?
Remember people
Soak
doing
up
that for a
this.
while?
What about that?
Yeah, people doing
Soak
that for a
this
while,
up
pouring vodka in their eyeballs and
shove
going
it.
blind because they're idiots. I almost said a bad word, but idiots is what I went with.
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
ask about that
It's
bad
okay.
word later. I'm like, what?
It's
Very
okay.
true.
You can say morons. You're
Morons.
allowed.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
yeah.
Alright, sorry. I said morons right there.
Yeah.
Don't censor me.
Put that in the
Any
swear
other
jar.
orifices people shove alcohol in? Has anybody ever like
Probably.
done one of those like nettle
Sure.
pots?
Oh,
Someone's
like,
tried it
ladies
somehow,
will do like
some
soak their
way.
tampons.
Soak
in
their
vodka.
I heard of
tampons.
that.
Yeah, that
Someone
was-
died of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Can you
not
catheter?
good.
Like,
Oh, you
can
catheter?
you do that? Can you
Oh,
catheter?
I don't want to catheter.
I heard someone
Yeah, I heard someone
crowd there
moan
go,
out of
I
"Oh."
also have like a syringe kind of.
Nick
There you go.
says yes. Nick says catheter
too.
all the way.
All right,
Nick,
real quick.
Okay.
Come demonstrate.
Nick's actually got a cath in right now.
Yeah, he's cathered
I see it.
at
Real
the
quick.
moment.
Got a
Wow.
hanging bag.
I think we need a catheter count
Yes.
real quick. Have you ever had a catheter?
No, sir.
No.
Jack,
What?
have you ever had a catheter?
not.
in you?
I was.
Ryan?
I was
No.
apparently.
I sit alone here.
I was
You didn't ask
apparently.
me,
have
but also now.
I was dangerously close. Apparently, when I had my appendix taken out, like I'm in the.
They were
bed.
coming at you with the
They were
tube,
coming
and you
at
were
me,
like, "Ah!"
they're like, do you have to go to the bathroom? I'm like, I mean, not really. They're like, yeah, but you need to go now, or we're gonna have to cath you. I'm like,
We're going in.
so I'm like, all right. It's like an hour after surgery. I'm climbing up on my IV pole. I'm like, I'm good. And I'm sliding over to the bathroom.
Anything to prevent a medical sounding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but dodge that hex.
Oh, I got the
Because I was
fuck
kind of,
cathered out
still
of me.
kind of like
It was rough.
loopy.
Damn.
Why
Not
did you
fun.
get cathetered?
What's worse,
Huh?
the end or
Did
going
you
in?
like
When
or
I
you
coming
broke
out?
my leg.
You fall on your dick when you're like doing
When I broke my leg, I couldn't get out of
fell
the
down while
hospital
fully
bed.
erect.
That's what
Your
a
friends are
bedpan's
laughing, so
for.
I think I believe them that you fell
They
on
were
your
just
dick.
like, we're not dealing with that.
It's a bedpan. That's literally what
listen,
it's described
I had
for doing.
I broke my leg and then I was hopped up on so much morphine. It was insane.
All right.
And they were just like, we're doing this to you.
So was the going in or the coming out worse?
Going in way worse.
They
So
just
how did
rip it out.
Yeah. Is it like a balloon where like it like blows up and they shove it in when it's real
No, it's
big?
just the tube, and they just go like, it's going in there.
Oh,
and then literally there's a moment.
Seems like it just kind
This
of
might sound a little gross.
They just
might
This
sound-
might
They
sound a little
pulled down
gross.
some like
There's a
specs to like
moment
zoom
where you feel it hit like the bladder,
in. Ugh.
right? And it's just
Is it like a pop?
Imagine having like a water balloon and it goes and like pops in there, and then just everything came out through
That's
the
a
tube.
weird feeling. I've
Yeah.
never had any like major injuries, but I got stitches here. Not in a cool way though. I was
Not a cool way.
No, not
They
in a cool.
never
It's
are.
more an embarrassing way.
Yeah. What happened?
So I was in a bunk bed, and my sister we were younger. My sister was sleeping
you
up
do.
top. Me and my brother were in the bottom. My brother like turns over and smacks me in the face like while we're sleeping. I like wake up, I'm like, oh shit, and I fall over, and I hit something really hard, like just straight up on my chin. I go to lay down. I'm like lying there. I just feel liquid all around me, and I'm like, this is awkward. So I go. I'm like 7 years old. I go to the restroom.
must have
I'm just
pissed myself.
gushing blood.
Oh.
So I like walk over to my parents' room. I'm like, Dad, I think I'm bleeding. He's like, oh, it's just a nightmare. Go back
Popped
to
the
bed.
lid.
And I'm just sitting there
I
freaking.
think I'm bleeding.
sitting there in the bathroom like I don't know what to do with myself. And my
Yeah.
uncle comes and we
Wow,
get
this is a really shitty
Yeah.
nightmare.
It's terrible.
Wake up.
So I got 6 stitches here, and it was interesting because the doctor had glasses on, and I was watching him inject like this giant needle into my scar and stitched it right up.
Yeah.
And that's the worst when they come at when you have a cut somewhere and they're like, all right, we're just gonna numb it, and
Yep,
they're
and
coming
it's
at it like a
just
wound with a
right-
needle.
yeah.
You're like, all right, if you could
So-
fuck off with that.
So
Yeah.
Barbie
squirt it.
dollhouse
When I had this,
fucked me
when
up.
I forget which side it was, but
There.
this one,
Yep.
I had stitches here, and so I had to watch the needle come in.
Oh.
Get away!
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine how LASIK gets done. Anybody had LASIK?
I've had
No.
LASIK.
They put,
Don't
you
they
on,
actually-
they put you on Xanax and basically
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna go like lazy. I
They-
mean, you're conscious when they're
They
doing
gave me
it.
Valium.
And they have a laser that basically anytime your eye shifts, the laser will stop. I mean, it's a robot
Yeah.
doing it. So yeah, then they kind of like burn off the top layer of your eye or something. I don't know exactly how.
So what they
it
do,
is.
what they do is
reshape
Yeah.
if you can get like 2 forms. One form is the original where they put a little ring on your eye, they drop some acid on it, wait for a second, and then use a brush to like abrasively wipe off the outside of your eye.
How does that
And
make
you're
your
awake the
vision?
whole
Yeah.
You're awake for
right?
it, yeah. But But
You-
the other one that
wait.
I had, they take like.
So applying
Hold on,
acid
time out.
makes
So-
it better.
Yeah, somehow your problem with eyesight was that you had too much eye.
No. Hold on. You got to get rid of the outside layer so you can get to the cornea or like the lens. Because then they reshape the lens.
get
so
to
it
the
can,
gooey center.
So yes, exactly. So they can properly focus the light on the
Okay,
back of your
okay.
eye.
Isn't the other way they kind of just
The
cut
other way
top
is
part?
there's
No,
also
they cut
bladeless.
into the side of your head, the
Yeah.
temple, and they go in through
Then
there.
they actually remove the eyes and replace them. But
I
the
would
one that I
rather
had,
have that.
That's how Riddick did
the
it.
one that I had was bladeless, and
Go ahead
so
and take
you
'em out.
stare up at a laser. And at this point you've had Valium or Xanax, and your eyes are super numb, and so they've clawed your eyes open. So you're sitting there like this.
Clockwork Orange style.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they say just look that way, and like look at this dot or whatever, and then your vision just goes gray because they go bzzz, like they laser over it and it creates a bunch of bubbles, and then the doctor goes and just like flaps it over, and then they swivel your chair over, and then they have you look at the laser, which just looks like a red dot. Oh. And
It's weird, like having the memory, your eyes started to bleed.
I started bleeding, like that guy in Casino Royale. And
The
then,
programming
being
is coming
awake for
undone.
that.
Don't movie, that's a movie, I don't know.
and so you don't really feel anything, so that's the good part. So they just say, yeah, just focus on this red thing, and so you focus on it, and you hear like some clicking and like that's the laser blasting away at your eye socket, and at one point I was like looking way off to the side. He goes, no, look more to the left. I'm like, yeah, but that's way far from the red thing. They're like, no, look that way. It was very iffy, but I came out immediately. I could see.
Wait, can you
very
smell your
iffy.
eyes burning?
That's what I want to know.
I don't.
Cooked eyeball.
Other people have said that
Yum.
they have. I don't recall smelling that.
Interesting.
I'm cool keeping my
I bet
glasses and contacts.
It's
thank
actually
you.
it's
They're
actually,
like roasted cornea.
honestly-
Oh.
it's honestly really easy. So if anyone's watching and considering it, you should I highly recommend it.
Cat's thinking about doing that.
Like definitely do it. It sounds way worse than it is. I was kind of nervous, but it's totally fine.
I'm afraid to do it right now because I feel like I missed my window because I've had
For
my,
me,
Yeah.
my
I was-
prescription has not changed in a decade.
No, the way it works,
Yeah.
the way it works is your vision gets like basically your vision starts when you're a kid and you're like okay. Then around like 10, it can kind of fluctuate. Then it fluctuates up until you're about 20. Or about 25, I think is what it is. And then at 25 until about 40, it stays basically the same. the entire
Hey,
yeah.
I hit the window,
And
bitches.
then after 40,
Yeah,
it starts getting worse again.
bitches.
So,
Get on that.
Yeah.
see, the problem with me is like my vision's not bad enough to like pay $3,000 to get my eyes fixed. Like
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
drive without my glasses and be
Yeah,
fine.
same.
But it's like it's kind
It's
of.
a
I could drive with my
convenience
eyes
thing. I
closed
feel
if I
better being
wanted.
able to
I
see
got
it.
to a point where just
Don't
seeing
recommend
far
it.
was annoying. So I wanted that to happen because I was 23, 24. So I was young enough that like I'd get my money back by the time like my reading vision started going away in like my 40s or something. So
I had to take down my green screen from my Twitch setup because I had the lights in front of me. And then after doing it for like 6 months, I started walking outside and everything was just kind of blurry, just slightly. And I was like, I don't want to fuck up my eyesight just
Yeah.
for a green screen. So I took all that down.
You think
Yeah.
the green shift was actually damaging your eyesight?
I have no, well, I mean, I had the lights on with, the dampers and everything, the diffusers, but I don't know. I think that was just because it was right in my face for like 8 hours a day.
Just the light, you think?
You're
not
just
the green.
staring and
I
your
think it
eyes
was
are
just the
slowly
light.
sizzling.
Yeah, just out of the corner of
They
my
call that
eye.
the slow LASIK. Yeah.
Slow
You can actually
burn.
get
Slow
LASIK
LASIK.
for free.
Yeah.
Just go outside and stare at the sun.
Yeah.
Definitely changed your
Hey,
vision.
speaking of eyeballs, you know what's
Eyeballs.
one part of the eye?
What?
The iris.
Oh, that's cool.
Get it?
Speaking of which,
Hey, Iris!
Pirates of the
okay,
Caribbean, there's a character
as
named
you-
Iris. You
as
should
Oh,
you-
okay.
as
I
you
had
probably-
nothing. I had no
As
way
you
to like
probably
that to anything.
noticed, Michael is not here in this episode. We didn't address that right away.
Yeah.
Michael's usually the host. But yes, Michael and Lindsay had their baby.
Yay!
Yeah, little
Congrats.
Iris
So
Elise Jones.
congratulations.
Cheers.
So cheers. Here's to
Cheers
you,
to
Michael.
you.
They've taken some really good photos of like she's got the fuck hat on. They like had the badass family photo with
The
the,
what hat?
sunglasses.
The fuck hat?
So, yeah, it's like a baby hat that someone sent in. Remember, it was like an awu or something.
I must have missed
They
that
like
one.
knitted, and it's just like a little baby cap that says "fuck" across the top.
Do they have
Oh,
photos of the
adorable.
baby?
I
Some
Yeah.
of the glasses with the
One
shades.
of the first questions I asked
They
when
go,
I came in.
"This is how you were made."
After the baby was born, was how long before that child hears a curse word? And I feel like wearing it counts.
Yeah,
I would say the first 3 sentences.
First 3 sentences.
Yeah, well, but it was just Lindsay and Michael. First 3 sentences.
I mean, their ears aren't open immediately,
he
so it needs a little
he
time.
holds
to,
his child
No,
for
no.
the first time and says,
That's gonna be
"Holy
one of the first
shit."
things my kid hears. We go, "The
What's that?
fuck is that?" And then that's it.
do I shake it?
That's my instinct. I feel like
Be
you
an
have to shake
adult.
it. I feel like you gotta shake it.
Why aren't you talking yet?
Oh no,
Oh man.
it's moronic.
But no, yeah. So they had their baby, and it's as far as we know so far, very healthy.
Super healthy?
Yeah.
Yep.
And everything went well. Gavin's met the baby. We haven't seen Gavin since.
Since,
So
who knows?
it probably 8 games.
There we go.
Hey.
There's baby.
Oh, there's
the
the
hat
little
on?
baby in the
Oh,
fuck
there's
hat.
the hat,
Oh, hi, Iris. So, okay, so Michael was very careful never to say the name of the baby.
Yes.
Like, they just didn't want to give that away. So, I didn't really, because Michael didn't tell, he never told me before the thing. Did he tell you?
Yeah.
Like, so he just never, but then Gavin, one time, we were, I think it was outside of a video, and they were talking about the baby and what size the baby was now, because they always compared it to whatever fruit or whatever. And Gavin's like, oh, it's almost fully developed. And we're like, yeah. And he's like, you think they've developed their iris yet? And I was like, all right, bet I can guess the name now.
Yeah, it was actually eye socket at the time.
Yeah, it was. Little
cornea.
cornea Joe. Yeah. Beautiful.
Little pupil.
What a terrible
So-
person to give that information.
congratulations
He
to
wanted
Michael.
Not share it.
And I wanted to hit that because people in the chat were like, please talk about the baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, so, yeah.
So that's great. Everything
Yeah,
went
it's,
smooth. So.
she starts work next week. We expect that she'll
Rage
do a
quit.
great job.
She's
yeah.
going to take over Rage
In
quit.
every
Yeah, there you
video.
go.
She just starts crying, and we're like, there it is.
It's exactly.
She quit. Rage quit.
It's over.
This kid is going to invent new swear words. Yes, pretty
Probably.
much.
100%.
So, and now just boxes are piling on top of Lindsay's desks from Awu.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
yeah.
like
Someone sent her
boxes-
like a 4-foot tall cat.
Yeah.
Huge cat. There's a
Stuffed
huge
cat, yeah.
box of diapers. Michael, come get some diapers.
Yeah, there's plenty of diapers.
Get the diapers. I've held off on shooting them with arrows. So please.
I thought you were
So,
going
we
to. I
shot
thought you were
a lot
saying
of
I held off
arrows.
on
We did.
using
That
them.
would be
Also,
so mean.
all I want to do is shit in my pants while I'm at my desk.
Yeah.
So trust me, you gotta get them.
If we
So,
put a
it's
hole
gonna
in
be
the
put to
bottom of
use.
one, that would really ruin somebody's day
man.
because it would just be a
Oh,
font
no.
of shit.
Come here, babe.
It'd be a poop
It'd be like one of those
fountain.
Play-Doh things where you like squeeze it down and make shapes to make
I've
little
always
stars
heard-
and hearts. and
Wow.
things.
Father,
Yeah.
I've always heard that first shit is awful.
It's well, it has a special name like merconium, something
It's
like
got
that.
a special name.
It's just like leftover amniotic fluid that's been processed through it. So yeah, it's like really black and tarry.
I'm learning so much today.
Yeah.
About
Aren't you
things.
glad you're here?
Yeah, right.
It's it's not that bad. It's
Can
not
I-
like it's a lot.
You're talking about from Michael, right?
I would.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
want to relive that. I want to have
wanna
one
relive
poop.
that?
I want to have one poop like that.
you can.
You wanna
I
have
wanna go
tar poop?
All you need
Yeah.
to do
I had a
you
gr-
find a pregnant woman,
I don't know
you
if I should
convince
do
her
that.
to give you her amniotic fluid and drink it, and then you will have that poop.
If
again.
you have
I think
amniotic
this is where
fluid,
I
send
am.
it. Send it to the office
Jim.
at 1901.
Do not.
I
They
had
will
amniotic
send it to
fluid.
the office.
What a spare some?
100%.
Don't do it.
What
Okay.
a poo I had this morning, though.
Tell me about it.
My gosh. I don't know what it is about me
Right.
and
Time to
so
poo.
like I
30
said, I saw
minutes.
Pirates last night, right?
Oh,
Yes.
we got
Um,
faster.
Said it
than
was
that.
great.
What I will say, that was my first time at Alamo Mueller.
Mueller.
That was my first time at the Mueller
Mueller.
location. Seats extremely comfortable.
Very comfortable. They have digital recliners.
Yeah.
Wait,
the
that's the
so-
same one that we watched
What is-
yesterday, right?
yeah.
They don't
Opposed to an
recline all the
animal?
way, or is that just my
It
don't
gets,
recline all
it
the
gets to
way.
that point where you're like,
It's weird because it's just
No,
like
they
you
get-
think you're gonna get laid back like this.
The
but
problem
it's
is
just
they'll
kinda
block the
halfway.
aisles.
Yeah,
so
they
people
have to
can't-
walk.
Yeah.
The people have to. So, but like very comfortable seats. I like that they have the solo tables. That's pretty nice because
Yeah.
then it doesn't matter if there's a group of three.
Yeah.
That was a problem I always
Yeah,
had,
for
right?
sure.
So, but not a huge food selection there.
No.
Like
They kind of
compared
pared
to the
down a
other
little bit.
ones.
Yeah.
Is it less
Yeah.
than the normal album?
It's less than the
It's
normal
less
Alamo,
than
yeah.
the normal Alamo, but the counter to that is it's the test kitchen. So everything's like slightly better. Or they do it in like it's not frozen, it's like fresh, or it's like there's a new burger that they're testing out here that's actually like really good, like the Royale. If you had that.
Royale looks
Wait, the
great.
Royale,
I
it's
get
been
it.
around forever.
Well, I don't know.
Royale
There's a
cheese
brisket
out.
burger too.
Anyway, pizza's
But-
delicious. That's all I care
That's
about.
the thing
so.
is, I got a pizza there, and for whatever reason, every time I get a pizza from the Alamo, I just spend the next day shitting my face out.
Really?
Like I
Well,
don't know
it's
what
super
it is.
greasy, but
Yeah,
maybe
I
that's
got
it.
I got the
Kind of slicks you up on
I
the
got the
inside.
I got the
Yeah.
chest burster pizza.
Oh, I
Ooh,
saw
so
that.
you got the ass burster pizza.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
This
think
morning I woke
maybe
up and I
he
was
like
like,
wrote it down wrong.
This is
Like,
bad.
Well, wait, what's in the chest burster? Is that like
Jalapenos,
nothing but shit that's terrible for
and a
your
lot
heart?
of meat.
And
Yeah.
some
and some
ale.
X-Lax
about
as
right.
well.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Some
was
lots of fiber apparently.
also my fucking butthole. Like
All right.
maybe a week ago.
That's his
Remember-
butthole, and that's his
butthole.
fucking
I don't think it
butthole.
was-
There's the
think it
title
was-
of the episode right there.
I
Also,
don't-
my fucking butthole.
I don't think it was. So it wasn't this Awu. It might have been the last stop. Someone sent in a package of spicy things.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah. I think it was like 2 ago.
Right. So whenever that was, they sent a bag of chips. That was like habanero
yeah.
Oh
something
yeah,
chips.
yeah.
and I was so hungry. And when you first eat them, they taste like barbecue chips.
So you're like,
And then they get
throwing 'em
spicy.
down. Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna fight through this and eat this bag of chips because I'm fucking hungry and I don't want to walk over to get another bag of chips. And I ate the whole bag. And
Mistake.
that night, mistake.
Yeah.
Mistake. I was just like, this is insanely painful because of a stupid bag of chips that I just
I've had some hot
ate.
stuff
Jesus.
in the past. I've never had the fiery shit.
You haven't had the fiery shits?
I mean, I've had some toasty
You haven't
shits.
lived.
Oh my goodness.
Some toasty shits.
Speaking of
Those,
Awu, we
like-
should mention that Jeremy's wearing the brand new Awu shirt that
Habit,
comes
habit,
out
habit, habit, habit.
June
That's-
2nd, next Friday.
Sexy,
And the
sleek.
Rooster Teeth store.
I'll
and
lean
also,
back. I'll lean back
it's-
so there's no folds
there
in
you
it.
go. And also the and also there's a Memorial Day weekend sale going on right now in the store at
Until the end of the
store.roosterteeth.com.
day.
Use the code
BBQ15, I think.
BBQ15.
Yeah, and you get 15% off everything.
EBB?
Maybe. Or things.
Things.
Lots of things. It might not be everything.
A
but
certain
whatever.
subset of things, which may include all of them.
Subset,
but-
including all set.
Awu
Omni
shirt
set.
coming out next Friday. It's pretty cool. We have
Yeah.
we have like that's the longest show we've definitely had that doesn't have a clothing associated
Well, you just
with
had to
it.
weaponize it.
Yeah. So we got the
How it
Awu,
gets done.
the
The
Achievement Hunter
weapon-
weapon unboxing show.
Yeah.
So and also we did our stream 2 weeks ago, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
boxing
boxing
stream.
stream,
Did
yeah.
insanely well.
Yeah, the
About
unboxing stream was
20,000
a
people
lot
there or
of
something?
fun. People like watching us open shit, and we will absolutely be
22.
doing
We're
that.
Let's-
apparently
let-
not great at shooting arrows.
Well, no, they said we were all right. It's just that we were way too impressed with ourselves for shooting an arrow 8
I've
feet.
never fired an arrow
yeah.
from a bow before in my life.
I feel like the time when you threw the box in the air and we shot it out of the air, that was at
Yeah,
least.
Ryan and I both put
that
one
was
through
not
the
bad.
box.
Pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, shooting a target that far away is not that interesting.
But I've said I
Well,
want to take the
that
target
hard.
outside and try it.
No, I want to. I just
But I
think
don't think they'd be happy with
We
it.
don't have a
There's-
parking lot
Yeah,
anymore.
we have neighbors now. Like,
Yeah, there's some
gonna be-
residential.
It's gonna be like Wilson
dangerous.
back there, like, hey, howdy ho,
Falls right
neighborino, and it's like,
Howdy
oh,
ho,
okay.
neighbor.
I mean, we could take it over to the
Watch
the
your
golf
children.
course, right?
we take this outside.
Yeah, but the disc golf course next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. That'd be fun.
There's a disc
Hunt
golf?
some golfers.
Oh,
Instead of
yeah,
playing
yeah.
frisbee golf, we'll play arrow golf and just.
Oh, every time we see a frisbee go by, we just try and shoot out of the air.
Check it out.
Is it
Oh.
necessary when playing disc golf that you don't have a shirt on?
No, not
Because
necessarily.
man, when I drive by that park, that's what I believe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just people with sandals, shorts, and no shirt.
No, a lot of potheads
weather.
playing disc golf. A lot
And
of,
then like they have dreads that
But-
are tied into a bun.
Can they
Yeah.
work
Yeah.
that look?
Do they have the
Dread
man
buns?
bun?
Can
look?
they
Yeah,
work the
yeah.
look?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Man
funny you
bun.
say
It's a
that.
big difference between people that can work that look and can't work that look. Or
I don't think anyone in the history of forever can work that way.
I mean, shirtless. The rest of it, no.
Oh, shirtless,
Whatever.
yes. People can
Okay.
work shirt. And yes,
How do
when
they
I
stay
see
in
them,
such good shape with
they
disc
played
golf?
golf. With
That's
discs.
no disc golf. No,
dude, it's hiking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go hiking for like 3 hours when you go disc golf.
not this
Yeah,
course.
and golf
No, that
keeps
one's
you in
about- that
great
one's about an
shape
hour and a
too.
half.
Have you seen Trump? Excellent shape.
I can't counter that point.
The old neck vagina.
I mean, he's playing it constantly.
You hear
Look
we-
it up again.
You hear he pissed off Germany? Yay.
Okay.
Hey, I like
Eat it.
BMW.
That's a thing.
By the
Yeah.
way, I don't normally like
Mercedes
getting
more, but-
political, right?
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-oh.
no. Listen,
You're about to trigger warning.
I have
You're in the Jeff seat
I don't give
today.
a shit.
so-
I have voiced quite often
Voiced quite often.
that I'm not a Trump fan.
Yes.
But there's been that whole story recently about like he shoved the president of
It's not a story.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
video.
a video.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, he shoved the president of
That was one of the NATO
Montenegro.
he like
Yeah.
grabs him and pulls him back. Is that one?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one we're talking
I
about?
have
Yes.
to say, as much as I don't like the guy, I don't think it's necessarily fair to say from that video that he shoved him. Like I get that he does this thing after, which is the douchebag thing to do.
Yeah.
But we don't see his
where's
left
left
arm.
hand? Was it
we
like
don't
a
see
nice
his left
little
arm,
pad,
and it
like,
looks like
oh,
he could do
excuse
this
me?
to him, and the guy laughs.
That's how I.
Well,
shove
I mean,
people.
there's
Right.
a pretty.
But, like, still,
if
when
we're
you do
gonna
that
break
to
down the
friends.
video here.
All right, break it
let's-
down,
I
Ryan.
mean, he's coming up.
Here,
the guy's there.
walk over
Yeah.
this way.
Trump comes up, and he's really. It's a very forceful grab
It
here,
is.
and then he rips him back.
Yes.
And it's the other thing
And
to note
doesn't
that's
look at him.
interesting. We're breaking it down. Watch the
Yeah.
video.
No, in the super
Here's the other thing
but-
that you should
but
really
if,
notice.
If you do super slow mo, so he goes like,
Yeah.
he grabs him,
and then he reaches
and
around
then he-
and cuts
and
his
then he
hand.
caresses
comes
a
up and
little.
he flicks him off.
So the
and then he's
Wait,
then
hang on,
he
there's-
preens in front of him.
The
That's how it
argument-
works.
the
There's
argument
another
after he
important
does
thing to notice. There's another important thing to notice about the video, though.
Yes.
He did it so. Whatever he did was
Natural.
so loud or forceful that a woman next to that guy who was looking the opposite direction immediately spins around to see what the hell just happened.
But so my argument is, like, because this is the thing of like, I get that people hate him. I don't like him, but like, we don't want to lessen the bad things he actually does by
Don't dilute
things
him.
that aren't actually bad that we perceive as bad.
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
want to lessen it. because like so I think it was either this thing where he was like, hey, because you see him say something,
Get the hell out of the way.
No, he clearly said fuck off.
From the angle, the what is it? The president of Montenegro?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
he like
Prime Minister or whatever.
steps in
queen.
front of him while they're walking, and he like does this.
Yeah.
And maybe what he's saying is like, whoa, 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 like because he didn't see him coming.
Yeah.
Maybe
The guy
some
didn't
element
see
of
him.
that for sure.
Right.
Yeah,
and
but
he's
no,
like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Jeremy
Coming
makes a
in.
good point though,
Coming in
because as much as I don't like the guy either, it's when what happens is if 9 things about the person come out that are all shitty, and then one thing like that comes out and it turns out it was wrong, the people who defend him will be like, well, see, they're all wrong.
Exactly.
And it's like, no.
So like, don't attack the things that
there's-
seem really bad, but we don't know the full story. Attack the things
look.
that we know the story.
Yeah.
Regardless of it, it was. You can see it in the video.
There's still the
He
whole,
was-
like,
It was awkward.
No,
It was
I don't
Yeah,
care
the whole
about it. It was
Bane thing,
awkward.
right?
He didn't. Whatever happened to incite him to grab that guy, it didn't play out in a way that was polite.
Did you see the picture of him
was just
shaking?
kinda
Is it Macron
Yeah.
from France? He's shaking
Here,
his
shake
hand.
my
Oh
hand.
yeah,
Yeah.
doesn't even like fully,
Classic.
he doesn't
Classic.
fully
But
close
he's got
his
like
hand.
clothes around his hands
Yeah.
open like
That's
that.
just a picture. I've actually.
He might.
I saw the video of that, and it doesn't. That's
doesn't look
just
that
a
bad?
still where they.
The problem is
that's the more normal.
The problem
one.
is you
Yeah.
can tell a million different stories with a million different pictures.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
picking and choosing. But
They
like,
got it. Those two shook earlier that day, and he did that thing where he tried to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
Tried to yank
I
him?
guess I don't know if the guy was fighting back because it went
I
back.
love
and,
when you see them
it was
fight.
like-
and then they start
it
like
went kind of
arm
back
wrestling.
and forth.
You know,
It was sort of like
Somewhere at that
sawing
point?
along.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely like so. Trump does this thing where when he shakes hands, he like power move yanks you forward, which puts you in his
Do you
space.
think that's ever resulted in?
and then you just gotta
kiss?
smell.
You think he's ever someone stumbled forward and they just?
But that I love what Justin.
I don't think
Justin
with Trump there's
Thoreau-
ever an accidental
Yeah.
kiss.
I think oh god. I love what Justin Thoreau did, where he basically like braced himself on him when he shook his hand.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
when the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time he met him, the
That was
president of
great.
Canada. Yeah.
But regardless, I just wanted to hit that because I was like,
Hit it and
Touch
quit
it while it's
We're
hot.
talking
hit it
about
and quit
it.
it. Touch it while it's
There's
hot.
a lot of fun politics stuff,
I'd love
like
to invent a anti-Trump handshake device. Where it's just like it's connected to a little palm sensor, and as soon as it makes a contact, a spike just pops up on your chest.
What
You want to
do?
do
me
it?
in.
You
Pull
want to
me
do
in.
it?
I
Come
dare-
on!
I dare you.
Intimidating.
You could probably
So.
just
Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff, like the Gianforth, the guy from Montana,
He won!
He won. He absolutely won. The guy who body slammed a reporter the day before the election and still won.
Well, someone actually
That's my
sent me a
favorite
very interesting
term.
message about
Body
that.
slam.
Body
Well,
slam.
Body slam.
The thing was,
body slammed him.
In Montana, the majority of people vote by mail.
Right.
So people that send in
And
their
already
ballots.
voted.
Well, they're saying like 70% of people
I
have
don't know
already
that would have
voted
made any difference, but
I mean, it's in all the shitty thing about that was he apologized to the reporter after he won. Like that's the thing.
and did one. Well, okay, the thingy statement beforehand blamed the reporter.
Thingy.
Yeah, the statement
Statement
beforehand said
beforehand.
that the liberal reporter threw them both to the ground, whereas the other people in the room were like, no, he was on top of him screaming
Body
and choking.
I mean,
slam.
he's still
He
going to be.
I don't know. He just
He
put himself in
mounted him.
prime body slamming position.
Yeah.
And
A
That being
reporter
said-
came in the room and he gave him a tombstone pile driver. Straight, like, I just like love
Stone
that.
cold
He
stunner.
shot in straight for a double leg, lifted
Yeah.
him, flung him down, body slam.
3 count, he was out. Game over. And he wins
game
the title.
over, man.
But anyway, that kind of stuff is like, what is happening? I don't even know. But anyway, it's been fascinating.
Don't worry,
Politics
it's-
are fascinating.
Again,
So skip
I
to
don't
this
care.
time,
who you vote-
Sam.
I look forward to all the commentaries talking about
I
how
want to say
Not
that I
enough.
don't.
Yeah.
I don't care who you vote for. You're
To each their own.
Yeah, to each their own. Your
Yep.
politics are your own. I do find it a little disappointing that Paul Ryan has said that he will seat him though, because this is a man that's just been accused and will likely be convicted of misdemeanor assault.
Yeah.
They have the option in Congress of not seating him because he has just proven he cannot handle the dignity of the job.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
That is not the people we need representing us in Congress.
Absolutely.
Or it can be. Or you
Well,
say,
and it will be because they're going to
disagree
seat
with
him.
me, and guess what?
you get body
Choke slam through a table.
RKO out of nowhere.
RKO out of nowhere, son.
You know, it's interesting, but yeah, we do see a definite like shift to WWE politics at this
Yeah.
point. I mean,
Yeah.
Trump was in
Mayhem.
WWE at one point.
Yeah. Trump got Stone Cold Stunner.
Have you never seen that?
Yeah, he's in
Yeah,
the
he
Hall of
was.
Fame. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame.
He's been in videos. He runs up and like takes out Vince McMahon
He
one time. or
fucks up
something.
Vince McMahon, dude. He didn't see it coming.
No.
He speared that guy and then gave him an old 1-2.
Yeah. I want to see that.
Yeah, bitch.
Let's find that video.
Yeah.
Show me.
And put our Twitter handles right there. Up right. That's all our Twitter handles.
Jack P.
There we go.
Jack
Jack,
P.
what,
Alfredo plays.
I don't know
think.
what this person's
Yes.
talking about.
What
but
is this?
They said, I want to know what Jack thinks of the Rick and Morty bus.
So there's a Rick and
yes.
Morty truck.
Oh, wait, wait, wait,
Here's,
there it is.
here's Trump.
Oh, there he is. He got him. He got Vince. Vince is being choked out, son. He's tapping. All right, that's it.
Oh,
Give him the old elbow.
And he trumps off.
He grabbed him right by the choke slam. So there's a Rick and Morty truck that has Rick like squatting down on the back of it. They're driving around the country and they're selling like exclusive Rick and Morty merchandise.
Get your ass to Austin.
No, it's going to be in Austin like September.
Oh,
so yeah,
oh.
I'm looking forward to
It's
it.
a long road ahead.
Yes, I'm very very pumped for
I
that.
have
saving
not
it
kept
for
on
it.
the show, and I really
It's so
Season 3 hasn't
good.
started
Hasn't come back yet.
Well, no.
I
Like,
need to rewatch
I think I've seen season 1, and that's
Okay,
it.
well season 2 is up
Get
on
deep.
Netflix
Get deep
now.
in
I
it.
think.
Is it?
Maybe.
There's one
Probably
in
not
Yeah,
until
yeah, no, it
season-
is.
It is.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Is
might
that
be Hulu.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, I should absolutely
there's
So
a
check
bunch.
here's the truck. If
That
you
is
watch it.
amazing.
Oh my
That's the
God.
back of it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
you can't
driving
miss
away
that.
from you.
So it's literally a truck that they're going to drive around the country, and it's I imagine
fucking
being behind that on
awesome.
the highway.
He drives backwards the
That'd be
whole
pretty
way.
rad. So
I like to think that they put like just a little tiny fountain thing in the mouth so it just dribbles constantly.
there's a lot of theories about like the dribble on his mouth, and like he has like something is actually keeping him like human form.
He doesn't always have it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not
He's
there.
got that gray, skin.
There's a lot. There's some crazy conspiracy theories about Rick and Morty, which are fascinating.
One of my favorite is that Morty is Rick, just early on.
Yeah.
And that something's gonna happen, like I don't know, later down the line that kind of turns him into Rick.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where the drool comes in and the burping and the thing. I don't know. It's a good
That's
show.
an interesting idea.
So he gives birth to his own mom, who then gives birth to him.
Maybe
Or no, he creates his mom, who again
that, or
my
get a
own-
weird paradox.
that, or
thing
he
going
kind of
on there.
inserted himself into his own timeline
know.
because we don't know what.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Though there are, well, down. Huh? That show is so hard to analyze like that because they're never afraid of just going completely off.
Yeah.
I mean, they establish early on it's like infinite possibilities, anything can happen.
Exactly.
So anything will happen.
Yep.
Someone says election 2020 will be decided by a ladder match with a suitcase full of votes.
I
at the
saw
top.
that.
Hey, going at this rate, absolutely, it seems about the way. So,
Well, hey, if you like watching things on TV, there's other places you can watch things.
well, like where, Ryan?
Hey, do you love reality shows?
I do love reality
All
shows.
right, like $1 Million Listings, Shaws of Sunset, The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What about a show that takes a bit from all of those shows and hilariously satirizes the absurd and makes it even more ridiculous? Enter Bajillion Dollar Properties on CISO. Created by the minds behind Reno 911, Comedy Bang, and Who Charted. Starring the wonder Paul F. Tompkins. Guests include Patton Oswalt, Dana Carvey, Jason Mantzoukas? Sure. Whitney Cummings, and the Sklar Brothers, and more. With CISO, you get unlimited access to CISO Original Series, Next Day Late Night, hilarious stand-up specials, binge-worthy classics, the debut TV series from My Brother, and Me's, the McElroy Brothers. Check. Absolutely. Why not? That was a sentence that I got out eventually. An animated fantasy role-playing game starring Dan Harmon and hilarious famous comedian guests. Absolutely. CISO has that as well. CISO is the new home for all your favorite comedy. Britcom, stand-up specials, bingeable classics, and more. And it's all on demand and ad-free. Ready for the punchline?
Hit it.
CISO is just $3.99 per month. Actually, it's not a punchline. That's true. That is actually true. Yeah.
It's not bad.
$3.99 per month for all the comedy you want, anytime, anywhere, ad-free. Just go to CISO, that's SEESO.com right now and sign up for 1 month free with promo code OFFTOPIC at checkout. That's CISO.com, spelled SEESO.com, promo code OFFTOPIC. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to point out, I said Justin Thoreau was the Prime Minister of Canada. It's Justin Trudeau.
Trudeau.
Trudeau, that's it,
Justin
that's it.
Thoreau is an actor. So thank you very much, whomever, Adam, for correcting me on that.
Yep.
I'm sure I would have heard about it in the comments. Or there's going to be comments.
No,
People
you
like,
just
that
did.
dumb asshole, and then they'll be like, oh, you corrected it later. So
No, Jeremy's asshole.
that flaming asshole.
Are we
Doritos.
playing more
No, fuck you.
Battlegrounds after this?
We can play more Battlegrounds after this.
Okay. So I said earlier when Trevor and Alfredo walked in, I was like, "Which sauce again?" Alfredo. When they walked, I was like, "Trevor, what do we need to record today?" Because I usually go to you on what we need to do. And Trevor's like, "I don't know, whatever." And I was like,
We're pretty good on
"We
stuff.
could do more Battlegrounds, right?" And then instantly, as soon as I said it, I was like, "I'm being Jack right now."
There you go.
I knew it because as soon as Jack finds a game that he likes to play, he's like,
Keeps rolling with it.
"Let's play this."
Nothing wrong
It
with
was
it, nothing
7
wrong with
days,
it.
and then it was Call of Duty Zombies.
Call of Duty Zombies. We've never done Raven the Redwoods with Call of Duty
I
Zombies.
know.
And
Well,
I'm pretty good at it now.
And Friday the 13th, the game just came out. I'm just a little
I
concerned
just
about
don't
it.
want to play
Yeah.
it.
Well,
I
so
watched the
it's
video and I was
8
like,
players, 1v7.
It's 1v7. It's similar to Evolve in that you don't select going into it unless you're doing a private game, which
In
we
what
will do.
way?
But if you
Select?
go into matchmaking,
like
you
you
do
don't
not
say I want to
select
be
who is
Jason.
going
It's
to
like
be.
Yeah,
8
just
people want to
randomly-
use Jason.
One
Oh,
person
okay,
is
I
randomly
gotcha.
selected.
Yeah.
You going so at the start of the match, you pick your preference of the different counselors, which are their
Do they have different
survivors.
skills?
They all have skill and unlock trees. I'm not 100% sure. If
Can I
they're
just be a
different.
camper?
Okay.
Very
The
Dead by
Jasons
Daylight.
I'll just be
different.
fodder.
Okay.
That's how they get around basically not having different killers, but they have different
Pop.
iterations of Jason.
Like
So
Jason, Jason X, the original
it's-
Jason.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
actually, and
smart.
each one of them does have different abilities.
I referenced Jason X the other day. You
Oh,
were
really?
proud.
What a movie!
Nice,
What a
nice.
We
movie!
were talking about freezing something in
Oh yeah, liquid nitrogen.
liquid nitrogen and
Carbonate?
smashing it. And they did that in Jason X. Remember, you freeze the person's face and he went.
Was
that the
that
one-
was one in space, right?
Yeah, that's one
Yeah.
where he
Yeah.
gets
That's
like
the-
rebuilt by the robot.
By
or
the
something.
nanobots?
That's
3D
the one.
printed Jason.
That's
Yeah,
the one
that's
where
storylines.
and they have like a holodeck that's like a campground,
Yeah.
and he
If you
puts
want,
he
dude.
puts the kids in the bag and starts beating them against the side.
Oh,
There you
yeah,
go.
the
there's
same-
Jason.
yeah.
Have you
Does
watched
this
it?
you drink out of this?
But
Yeah, I drink out of it.
so I've only
Oh,
played
did you?
one
Okay,
round
you
so
did.
far as a
It's like
counselor
drink
and got
soda, it's
murdered
good.
almost
So did
immediately.
Alfredo, though.
You can drink it if you want.
Got murdered almost
sharing.
immediately, which
Yeah,
is.
Spit
I
share.
mean,
Hang on,
Especially-
let me-
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
When
Go
I
ahead.
played the beta,
no,
it
work
was,
out your drinks. It's fine.
the beta was
Fork 'em out.
terrible. Like
The beta
Jason
was
was
terrible.
I feel
completely
judged.
overpowered.
That has not
and There
changed.
was just glitches everywhere. So at least I hope they fix the
They're
glitches.
called
I'm,
counselors.
I'm not
Because
joking.
you can balance out the player, the game, but
Yeah.
like if there's a bunch of glitches, I could barely hold a server together in the beta. So
Some of that may have just been the number of players that were on not being up to where it could match you with better
Right,
people.
better ping.
But I've been looking through so I played one round. I was the survivor. I got murdered pretty much immediately.
he's so overpowered. Once he
There's
finds
no
you, there's just
escaping
no
him.
way to get away from
Well,
him.
he doesn't even have to find you. He knows where everybody is just
That's
by.
true.
It's
as soon
just
as
like
you
the
flip
movies,
on a
though.
sense mode, he can see basically across the map. It's like, oh, there's one there, one
Like,
there, one there,
literally-
and then he's got an ability where he can just teleport straight to them. And if that didn't get him close enough, he can activate a third ability where he becomes like a ghost figure that can
But what
just
is-
walk right up to them and snatch them up.
What
and
is
kill
the
them.
exhaustion
Jesus.
period on? Like, what's the?
It's
Nothing.
infinitesimal.
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Pretty
it's so
minimal.
like I.
He doesn't.
earlier-
He
And that's in
comes
the full
out of all
game?
those.
That's in the full game,
That's
not
the
the
full
beta?
game. He comes out of
Full
all
game.
of those abilities immediately ready to kill. He has no like, oh, okay, give me a second to breathe, or the survivor a second to go, what the fuck, and run. Survivors can run, but they have a limited stamina bar. He doesn't.
So what is the survivor trying to do? Are they trying to
They're
collect
trying
some
to
items?
get out of Dodge.
They're
They're
trying to
either
get
like
out.
in
Now-
a car.
Good man.
There's
not.
there's
Just
a
run
couple
straight,
things
you're in the
that
woods.
that are again, and this is bounce stuff. Maybe they can fix this, but what is kind of neat about the game is there's multiple ways that the survivors can get away, unlike Dead by Daylight, which is just the one thing. So they can fix the telephone and call the police to have the police come help them, which I think the way that works out, though, is if they fix the telephone, it just opens exits and people can run away.
Yeah, I'll wait for the police to show up while Jason kind
Right.
of roams around.
They can fix a car or fix a boat.
I was gonna say a car would be great.
Depart that way. They can actually kill Jason.
Really?
Yeah, you can
There's
call him
someone's
like a
figured out way to-
hunter.
well, you call it a hunter, but that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily
It's
kill
more
him.
like delaying him.
But he has
until
that
the
really
sequel.
powerful shotgun that.
Has one shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of another interesting mechanic is you can get on the radio and call. Apparently, it's his nemesis from one of the movies, but it's a hunter.
Is it Freddy?
No,
No.
different nemesis. But one of the
That's what
players
Freddy
that's
does.
already been eliminated returns as that level up character.
Oh, wow.
But he
Yeah.
has a super shotgun with one shot. But if you hit him enough and you have to actually have this. Somebody finally found the method to do it. You have to get like a special sweater that you can put on, that Jason's mother sweater, which if you activate
okay.
will stun him
Surprised he has
and
a
blow
dumb
his mask
excuse.
off. And there's like this whole series of things that you can actually kill him, but for the rest of it, mainly you just stun him temporarily.
Wow.
Like literally, Ryan walked in and asked me, "Have you played Friday the 13th yet?" I was like, "No, I didn't even know it came out." And so I loaded up YouTube, and there was a guy live streaming it. So I went on his video, and he happened to be playing as Jason when I loaded it up, and he was playing against like a bunch of his friends, I guess, and whatever. And there was never a moment when he wasn't right on somebody. Like he'd be right on somebody, kill them, and then he'd go, "Someone's over here," and he'd teleport to them and be right on.
got
I mean, I can
Balancing
see how some
issues.
of those elements like fit to like the movie like realm, like how he just kind of say walks after you, but he always knows where you are and he always manages to catch up.
Yeah.
Like so, it kind of fits, but he was never like right on your ass every time. Like
Oh, it was
your ass and then your ass like in
constant.
different places. Like he'd get somebody easily, but then he'd have to have massive cooldown before he'd go off and get
Yeah,
somebody else.
it was
like,
brutal. And then like when he went into like his tab menu and you could see everybody, it was like you saw his name and it was like Jason, like he's played as Jason and has killed 760 something people. Like, and the game came out last night. Or
Listen,
whatever.
I'm a pro Jason.
And I'm like, dude, like that's what this. Unless
even physically
you
No,
gotta
I mean,
hope
he
this
was
game.
he's a streamer. They did give a
In
lot of early
24
keys to
hours.
streamers.
Yeah,
So
You're gonna
playing for
hope
a
that
couple days,
like
probably.
he may have had it
if
for a
this
couple
game
days.
doesn't have level matching, you're fucked. Like if you get
Yeah.
into a game with
Oh,
somebody who
yeah.
has
Oh,
all
yeah.
these level ups and everything, you're totally fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it wasn't even, and that's I've been looking around at reviews. After seeing that, I started looking at reviews, and a lot of people are saying one that it's overpriced for what they gave you because there's 3 maps and not a lot of
Is there
survivor
planned
options.
DLC or anything? Like,
I'm sure that there will be follow up. This was a Kickstarted game actually.
Yeah.
I remember, yeah.
But and 2 that yeah, it's you just there's not. It's a Jason murder simulator. It's a great game to play Jason, and the rest of it is just a bunch of people.
So you
looking
play
through
the game to
drawers.
play as Jason, basically, so far.
I did it, honestly. What we saw that guy do didn't even look fun because there was no challenge to
didn't.
it. It was just like,
Yeah.
all right, there's a guy.
Like,
teleport. All right, now I'm 5 feet
slaughtering
away.
lambs.
At least 2 or 3 times he would teleport.
Yeah.
And then the person was highlighted in red, and he'd go into that shift mode where he's like a ghost and can go super fast. And he would like do that right up to them and then stop and grab them and kill
While
them.
still a ghost.
While
He
still a
would
ghost,
never come out of
grab
his
them.
shift mode, grab them, lift them up, and when he came out, he would just murder them. Now there are the one time when I played, I got grabbed like that, and there was a like hit E to escape bar, but there was no way I could fill it up. He just murdered me very quickly.
What
There's
stops
an
him
item
from
you
just
can
grabbing you again?
Well, that's true. Well, it stuns him temporarily, but he's just gonna fly
He's
after
gonna
you.
fly after you.
There's an item you can get called a pocket knife that will
Oh, yeah,
instantly
stab him.
escape you from
Okay.
him grabbing you, but still, I mean, you get 10 more feet and then he shifts after you.
Yeah.
It didn't look great when I watched it. I was like,
Interesting.
Shall
Okay,
we,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
shall we
Dead by
pop,
Daylight
pop?
for now.
Tink, tink, know what I'm saying?
Someone's asking, Electro Gypsy is asking if we've seen the update for GTA Online.
Yes.
Yes, we have. There's a new update coming that includes a bunch of new military vehicles with
It's
like
called
rocket
the
launchers
Gunrunners
and
DLC.
Gunrunners. Yeah, so we saw that.
They're
and it
new
looks-
secret bases.
secret bases,
that
like
you can
underground bases.
They're underground bases. They just describe them as hatches in the desert, and you can stock them up with weapons and weapon
it's
creation
fucking awesome.
stuff.
Like, that
so,
looks awesome.
So these are bases, like you go in and
Yeah.
it's like, or is it like those clubs in Dubai where you kind of go out to the middle of nowhere and someone opens a hatch and you're like, come on, let's go.
I have
and there's like
several
a
of those.
That still sounds like a base.
there's like an electronics like DJ down
No matter
there.
how you get
gonna
it,
break this one, dude.
base is a base.
Is it a base?
So
It's,
Ryan,
it's a subterranean
there's
place
like
that
a-
you could be by yourself. I don't know.
so speaking of games,
like a club. There's a
of
club
all
down
this
there.
playing, we've talked about playing some Ark actually, and I know
Ooh.
I've done a little testing on Ark.
As
think
I haven't
you've done.
followed this at all, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Jack, go.
So yeah, so you've done a little bit of testing on Ark
Yeah.
as well. I think we could have some fun. It could be like, I mean, because 7 Days to Die is about to hit Alpha 16.
Yep.
Which when that happens, they're gonna wipe out everything from Alpha 15. So we're gonna lose our world, or whenever we upgrade it, we'll lose our world and stuff. So I was like, might as well start over something fresh. So we're talking about possibly doing an Ark series, which could be fun. But I really do enjoy playing 7 Days. But we need some sort of, like you were saying, we need some sort of like mission in order to keep our.
What
thing
does the
going.
update to 7 Days look like it's going to be?
It's gonna have electricity in it,
Electricity.
and so there's gonna be power. There's gonna be like new traps you can set, like electronic
Yeah.
traps. They're adding a bunch of new zombies and sort of like they have like sleeper
Like
zombies
special
now.
types?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have vultures now instead of bees, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff. And then in 17, they're gonna have the behemoth, which is like a giant zombie that can just
Oh,
punch
God.
through walls.
A tank.
And then also raiders too. So they're gonna have like, humans that will like raid your village and stuff and take
See,
all
that
that.
sounds like a
Interesting.
great place for us to re-enter.
Yeah.
If we maybe skip 16 and just go to 17.
I mean, that's probably gonna be 4 to 5 months away.
Yeah.
But you know, that in that time we can play some Ark instead.
Yeah. I
As long
think
as
If you do
uh,
Ark, check out their mods because I was streaming Ark a couple months ago and they had someone created a Pokemon mod, so there were just Pokemon
shit.
everywhere.
Oh god.
And you
No,
just-
not
Arkamon.
Yeah, and he just
Pokemon.
went and just tried to tame like Charizard, Ninetales, and
Okay.
whatnot.
That's awesome. Maybe
Yeah.
Gavin could get another like
was-
infinitesimal
it was
like.
So did they just replace the
Squirtle.
dinosaurs
Yeah, with Pokemon.
with Pokemon
Yeah,
instead?
you just run around and
That'd be really interesting
flying
if
on
we
a
could get
Pidgeot
like.
was cool.
Yeah, there you go. If
Not
we could
gonna
get
lie.
like on a server and like have like kind of our narrative going, and then the Funhouse clan or whatever the tribe shows up, and then there's like
There's beef.
there's beef. We got spears and stones.
I mean, it's PvE very early for a lot of it, just because dinosaurs are mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will
Yeah.
they will murder your ass. Yeah, I played for a little bit just on my own and just like getting into it again. It's like okay, because it's a lot different from the last
Yeah.
time we played. Like creation trees, instead of kind of having everything open like in 7 Days or Minecraft, it's like there's folders you have to dig in and kind of like, okay, I know this. And you have to add on.
You can change the sort of the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
so that it's just like there
Just
instead
open?
of the
Oh.
fucking folders. That's terrible.
Okay,
Does that mean
that's
your-
the worst
Does that mean your
UI.
abilities, like, you can specialize in something?
kind of. I mean, like one person can be like, okay, I'm gonna be the builder. Like
Yeah,
I'll probably
yeah.
I'll probably buy like the walls and the doors and the frames, and like that'll be me. And then they have like hunters who build weapons and things. So like one person can make weapons for everybody,
Yeah.
and then one person can just build the base, and then
That makes
we
a lot
have
of
like a
sense.
tamer. And
Did you knock out and tame an animal?
no,
I tamed a Dilophosaurus, which
Oh,
was
really?
pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was like, at one point I was like, all right, let me go exploring a little bit, and I just jumped onto a server, and I found like this crazy military base that's like with lasers and shit, and I was like, what? And I was dead. And then I kept trying. I would respawn, run back to my base, and on my way I would get eaten. So I was like, all right, cool. Well, I think I had the gist of it.
That game we've only ever scratched the surface of, partially because, 7 Days to Die, your leveling system goes as fast as you want it to, essentially, because you can just run out and start killing zombies, and that will level you up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Or everything you do levels you up very quickly. The leveling curve is much steeper, so you really have to work to get those levels, which is how you get to the rest of the meat of the game.
You can get into servers that give you extra increased XP.
Just beef
So
up.
you
I
can
mean,
just beef
this
up
is
super
an
quick.
expedited-
I mean, we'll
Yeah,
do a
just run
private
around
server, so we could
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
set it up where we kind of boost up the first few levels. Like
Yeah.
the first 10 or 15 levels, we can get pretty fast.
Because
so.
I mean, that's basically talking about taking you from. I mean, the end point of that game was so far out from where you start
Yeah.
that we've
Yeah.
never even gotten close to it. I mean, you start at basically the Stone Age and go to lasers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's definitely like crazy military like compounds you have to attack and things. So it's like we were nowhere near that point. I mean,
Well, just fruit snacks, son.
I would like to do something like that. Like that game looks fun to me. So.
No, I think it will be fun. We need to do it. We just need to do it in a way that we can make good content. That's mainly why I started playing it. So
Well, I wonder if it's something where maybe like you and I like get in and actually start building kind of our starter base and kind of have something before we bring in the rest of the guys.
And then we come in and it's already
Yeah.
built.
we did.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
support that idea.
Smash the windows.
We did that. Do you remember? That was the
A
last
little
Let's
bit,
Play we
yeah.
shot, and it was you, me, and Jeff.
That's right.
Built a foothold in the game, and we never followed that up with another Let's Play.
Yeah.
But that was
I edited
think,
that shit.
I think that was in Xbox,
I did.
so it was not great.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh,
I did though.
that's rough.
But I mean, even just like you and I, it's like, okay, load up a private server and
I know
start
you
working on a base. And then kind of like they did with Achievement City, whereas like they built out Achievement City before we even got in. It was
Nick
like, oh,
Schwartz,
here's your
why are you
houses.
yelling at me?
Yes and no. I mean, at the same time, what?
What's he saying over here?
He went, what?
It's like-
No, his cath came out.
Yeah, he's talking
Oh.
about catheters.
Recap them.
Yeah, put it back in. So anyway.
I mean, yes and no, but that's just going to mean that everybody else is way behind us in level, and they're going to have to catch up. They just need to be.
You're
going
gonna
to
have to be the daddies.
But here's the thing:
Game,
is like
that
if we
stuff.
could just like, here, Jeff, here's a spike, a sword. I mean, here's some
Let him
armor for
learn.
you.
Let him learn. Jeff is super
Yeah, 'cause that
open
went-
to
that went
learning.
You'll still have
Great
to
in
give it
7
to him,
days.
but let him learn.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Remember
I
in
mean,
7
that's-
days when it came in late, and then there was those 2 conversations going on of me, Michael, Gavin, and Ryan, like
The
out on an
expedition team.
adventure, and like,
Yeah,
all
and
right,
I'm like,
watch out
here you
for
go,
that.
Jeff.
And then
And
Jack's
Jeff's
like,
following Jack with like
Yeah.
a shovel or something.
Jack's like, all right, Jeff, let me build you a shovel. All right, just dig some dirt over here. Right? And then we were like, gosh, there's 2 conversations going right now. Jack went,
how do I dig? How do I do that?
yeah, we went, there's 2 conversations going on here, and Jack's like, all right, I'll take care of that. Jeff, dig the dirt! And they started yelling. It's like, fuck!
Take care of that.
So yeah. Anyway, I want to do that. I love those sort of longer form things where it's like we have a world that we come back
Survival.
to. I mean, that's what
I-
GTA is basically.
Yeah.
I mean, and even Achievement
GTA,
City.
Minecraft,
You guys
7
gotta get on
days,
those,
they all have like this narrative.
GTA RP servers.
Yeah,
we were
that's the
talking
newest
about
thing.
that.
Yeah, having like Michael and Gavin trying to be cops and police the server would be.
What would you
Oh,
guys
they
want
would
to
not.
as-
They would get thrown off.
What would the fake
immediately.
Achievement Hunter crew be?
No, it would. We've said
As a
if we were
crew.
gonna do an RP thing,
Yeah.
right? Like, because people, if you don't know what we're talking about, people,
RP is role playing for those
Yep.
who are
right?
curious.
And so people really get into like this GTA. They have their own servers, but it's like something that Rockstar allows because Rockstar's very protective of their like
It's
economy.
a modded single player experience, and so it doesn't actually influence your money in the multiplayer world.
There we go. So like, Rockstar allows that, and then they get really into this. Like, there's some people who are cops in there, so if you're breaking the law, whatever,
It's
they
literally
come
like
after
just a
you.
mini society within the
Yeah,
game.
there's a
Right.
very strict set of
It's a
rules.
perfect
If
game
you want to
for it.
become a cop, you have to go through like a training process. Just to get in, I had to fill out a long application. It was like a tax form.
What if
Like, no
I
joke.
want to roleplay as off the top of my head. The naked guys up in the mountains that are just like against
You
everybody.
totally could.
I want to be a cultist.
You totally could. You'll probably get tossed in jail a lot.
Do I have an application for that, or is it just like, oh, you're naked and crazy?
It's
Come
like
on
a
in.
personality like test that you just take, and then if you
Oh
get
my
in, you
God.
get in. And then from there, you can create whatever character you want.
So
right?
what
Like,
we've
you
talked
can-
about is not joining one of those servers because we would get kicked out immediately.
But rather
Making
generating.
our own,
Yeah.
generating our own server in which we could be the Christ Punchers, or we could
The
be
Christ
be an
Puncher server.
the
Would that
Christ
be an
Punchers or the
interesting
fake AH crew.
Would this be an interesting video? We all have to join one of those, and whoever makes it the longest before they get kicked
Oh
out.
man.
No, we'll do a heist in a real RP.
Oh,
They won't even know we're
Holy
coming.
shit!
They won't even know
Wow.
we're coming.
We like redo
Ryan's
one of our
so
eyes.
excited.
Like, there is a plane landing on the road right now.
We're coming in.
I mean, how many people play on those servers? Like, how big is
There's
this?
gotta be lots.
Hundreds, and they're totally
man.
completely active. It gets to the point where everyone
right.
knows each other. They know their
I'll
each
be the
other's
front man.
personalities.
I'll be the front man. I'll plan. I'll get us in. I'll be like, hey, got the application.
You seem the most
got-
normal.
Got
Yeah.
my boys.
100%.
You can't say we're an
Got
achievement
my
hunter or
Not,
they'll know something's
I'm
up.
not saying
no.
anything. You know, you're
no,
Jarny.
no.
He's Ron.
I'm Jarny.
You know,
Johnny,
so
Ron.
on.
Yeah.
I got my boys. We'd love to play some RP.
We're super RP.
We're
Totally
so
RP.
RP.
Don't introduce us
We
as
would
your
get
boys.
tased
That
and
won't
sent to
help.
jail
We
so
shouldn't be
quick.
any
Question,
more RP.
You don't watch Off Topic, right? Okay, cool. Super RP crew.
They're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute. That's Ron and Jarny. Yeah, that'd be really
And
cool.
Jeff with a J.
Yeah.
Weird.
I think some awesome moments would come out of that, but it's got to be there'd be some time to set it up. Like it's got to be set up properly.
Yeah.
But
We're used to doing that. We've had several times where
Yeah, we
to
haven't
get
done,
a video.
we haven't
Oh,
done a
shit.
lot of role playing stuff. I can hint that we've got something role playing coming up, kind of soon. That's gonna be a lot
Beckley,
of
West
fun.
Virginia.
That's probably important.
Answer it.
I feel like we should have a. Should we have a role? where we just-
Answer it. Hello.
This is Susan with credit card relief.
Ooh.
Instantly takes off speaker.
It was-
2 seconds of
No,
giving
hang up.
away that social
Alright.
security number.
It was Susan with credit card relief.
She's like mid sentence too.
Someone
Like,
in here. Sorry, I couldn't remember what I was about to say. Someone in here just asked, have you watched the Far Cry 5 trailer? Came out this morning.
I have not. I had a meeting this
Haven't.
morning and it pretty much went from that to
I have
here.
watched it.
Watch
Have
it.
you watched it?
yes, I have.
Ryan, have you
Yes,
watched
I
it?
watch it.
I woke up to that.
Alfredo,
shit.
have you seen it?
I have yet to see it.
It's
Let's play it.
It looks pretty
Let's
awesome.
play.
It looks pretty cool. All right, so do you like Far Cry games?
I do. Yeah.
I've played the shit out of Far Cry games. You
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you
This
have
one-
as well,
Yeah.
Trevor?
I dabbled.
three.
I dabbled.
Dabbled.
2,
I
3,
played
dabbled
them all the
4.
way back to Far Cry 1.
Have you
I
really?
played the entire series.
This game in particular looks. It stands a little bit to the side of the other Far Cries, if you know what I mean. Like it's like super modern. It's not like primal. It's not like in the.
I mean, 4
The
was
jungle
Yeah,
Indigenous-
War is
Modern.
pretty modern. This,
You're
yeah,
I didn't play
using
4.
So
maybe that's why.
4 is super
But
modern.
it's also like more indigenous. You're out in the wild. Like this is like
Yeah.
in a
Yeah,
modern
mammoths.
American
Blood Dragon was super
Area.
modern.
but
That's like a
Dragon's
DLC
modern.
though.
future modern.
It looks fucking good. And I mean, honestly, if it's just like Far Cry 4 in a different setting, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like I love Far Cry 4 and Far Cry 3. So
I can't wait to kind of just hang out at a table for 15 minutes and then I win the
2
game.
I couldn't get into very much. I
Here's
played
what-
Far Cry 2 and I was like,
I started with 3.
this isn't for me.
I did
Yeah.
3.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Oh yeah, so here's like some shots from it. So yeah, it takes place in Montana, and it's like a cult thing going on. So you can see it's just
We
like
want you.
It's just gonna have such a different feel now that you're playing in an American town.
that's like the
versus,
symbol
like,
of the cult on the
India
back of the
or
guy's
something.
jacket.
The sort of Templar looking
Yeah.
thing.
That thing. Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me your face, father.
I love the conspiracy theories that all of the Ubisoft worlds are connected, like Far Cry,
It's pretty
Assassin's
cool.
Creed, Watch
It's pretty
Dogs.
cool.
Like people have done
But it kind of
extensive
is, because in Far Cry 3 you
explanations.
could find
I
in
want-
Abstergo
what if-
Yeah, well,
vault.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
So there's an Abstergo vault in Far Cry, and then also in Watch Dogs, you kill someone who works at Abstergo, like you kill like a leader at Abstergo, and so it's like they're all linked
But
together.
don't you
in
also
that-
find the Assassin's Creed trailer in Watch Dogs 2?
No,
Yes.
no, you find a trailer for a space game that Ubisoft's working
They
on.
have-
Oh,
you,
wait,
break,
they-
you break into the Ubisoft headquarters.
They have
I think I
literal
canceled that game, didn't
Ubisoft
And
games.
you
I
in
don't
the
get me
game.
to be fair, you also hack and spy on Aisha Taylor. So,
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you do.
Nice, yeah.
Whose
You do.
line is it
Is it
anyway?
Aisha
So she-
Taylor or Aisha
Tyler.
Tyler?
Tyler.
That's
Who
it.
is now apparently canon for all the Far Cry series. So there you go.
Well, she's
She
done
links
the
to
press
right.
conference.
Does that
for
mean
like 2
Colin
years now.
Mockery and Ryan
No, like 3 or
Stiles are
4
also
years
in
now.
this universe? Like,
They could be.
Oh, they're coming to Austin. Someone told me recently.
oh, are they?
Who's from
Not
Austin?
Ryan Stiles. You told me that.
Let's get
Yeah,
him in.
they're playing at the Paramount, I think.
That's awesome. Both of them? Because I know
No.
Colin
Mockery's not, but they're doing Who's Line at the Paramount. Let me see
Oh,
if I can
okay.
find it.
Because I know Colin Mockery was traveling around
Oh, I
with.
want to meet them
All
so
I
bad.
ask
They're my
is his name.
heroes. They're my
Is
heroes.
that no cult crop up between now and February of next year that can fuck up the release of the game.
No cult will crop up.
Well, that's all I ask.
That's a solid challenge.
Yeah, that's what.
Hit me up, Montana.
Yeah,
Show me
that's
that
the scary
chat.
part about
Show
doing a
that
game
cult.
in the U.S. is if somebody does something dumb, then you push the game. Like if it's too
That's
close
true.
to a news event, you have to be like,
Yeah.
So
Well, maybe they got ahead of
Montana?
it.
keep your shit under control.
Yeah, please
Fuck it
don't
up.
ruin this game for me. I'm really excited about this game. I don't want it ruined.
I'm thinking Ubisoft got ahead of it. So like, if anything comes out, they're like, we already said it was coming out. It's just coincidence. It's like at the end of the movie when they say
They're
anyone,
not the fucking leaders of some villainous like mafia group. Listen, we
the nation of Ubisoft.
The game shall come out regardless.
Any insinuation of anything malicious.
Any
Just
names
wrong.
related to
This brings me back
I
to
don't
existing
know what it's
Battlegrounds, like our Battlegrounds.
It's just odd.
our Battleground
It's just-
sessions. It's so funny
It's
'cause
coincidence is what you're looking for.
Just coincidence, my friends.
it's so funny because like
Evil Jeremy.
playing Battlegrounds with my normal crew, we're like super coordinated and stuff. And here I'm like, all right, let's go from like the west side, and then see Jeremy like, oh yeah.
So my character in Battlegrounds, looks like Bane.
So
Quote.
there is an evolution of Jeremy throughout all of the Battlegrounds. And it's just him
I'm
like
gonna
getting
use
the
this
gear
one.
and getting
Yeah.
like suited up to be Bane.
Well, okay, so you get in Battlegrounds. I'm sure most of you've seen Battlegrounds, like on our channel. We played it a bunch, but if you haven't, it's like the Hunger Games. There's around 100 people dropped into a big island.
Yep.
And they find guns and they kill each other.
Yeah.
And then
Last
eventually
person
they-
alive wins, or in some cases, last team alive.
Right, and if it's a team game, yeah. So you can do single, you can do duos, or you can do teams, which is up to 4. So my character, you can earn like these crates
In-game
that
currency.
you can open, and they give you different things you can wear like going into the event. And so one of the things you can earn is a half gas mask, which is just the full gas mask goes over your whole head,
Yeah.
and it's got the things on the side and everything. The half one is just this, and it's got the little things on the
Oh.
side. And then I got a coat.
Yeah.
The coat
Get
is
that
like,
purple fur coat, which
it's
is like,
now
it's
you're
like
just
got
trying to make
purplish,
it work.
but
Now
it's
you
got
just
like
need a
all the
Kevlar vest.
fluff like right here.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine my character walking around
That's
like this.
you. You're getting.
Oh, there I am! See me on the right there?
That's your leather jacket. That's not
your-
a coat
that's
you
your
have.
leather
Yeah.
jacket.
That's not the puffy coat. I got
But
the
you
puffy
kind of
coat
get
later.
the idea.
But
Right.
did you? How'd you get rid of your hair? Because I knew that was one of the things that you were like.
I
wish
just
didn't
did
do
it. It just did it one day.
You just showed up bald.
I just showed up bald one day.
That
Yeah.
happens.
So-
no,
That
there was
happens.
like a weird glitch where it just takes your hair out.
So literally, until I get a helmet or something else that changes my appearance, I talk like Bane in
Yep.
Battlegrounds, and I love it so much.
Yeah, because I'll just be there, like, Jack, you need this 4x scope, and then just on the corner, just like, yes, fingerless glove.
Like,
We're all like
What's happening?
We're parachuting into a town. We're like getting ready to parachute into this little town, and I'm like, Jack, do not pull your parachute. They'll expect one of us in the wreckage.
What's so funny is that how committed you are to the character, because sometimes we'll be like 30 minutes in, and you still have no helmet, and that's because you just want to play that Bane
I throw the
character.
helmet on the ground.
Yeah,
'cause I wanna
exactly.
be
I'm
Bane.
like, that's protection right
And like
there.
every time I do it, I turn around and
What
run.
is
There you are.
happening
He's on
here?
the
That's
back of
because
the buggy.
Bane on the back of
There
the
you
truck.
go.
And
brother.
No, I was going like, be careful, Ryan. I don't want to fall off.
like Bane's actually really careful. He's like, oh, this is a little precarious.
Don't flip me over.
I don't
Ryan."
like doing these dangerous things.
What you need to do is just
Flip that
talking.
one over.
Yeah. What you do is just knock someone out during a squad game, and then talking games like, now you have my permission to die.
I love that shit.
They're, like,
it's-
down, yeah,
It's
they're
so
down. Let 'em time out.
stupid. Like, but that's what I've started doing in that
Yeah,
game.
that game,
I was like,
that game is crazy addicting.
I've been
yeah,
playing
Ryan
a
was
bunch
playing it
lately.
while we were playing Trivial Pursuit yesterday, and it's just like, I want
I
to play
played
it
it
more and more.
literally. I played it today, and I started a match. I parachuted in to I was on the roof of a building, and then Kent came in, and he's like, "Hey, I gotta talk to you about this sponsor thing that we're doing and everything." And I was like,
Just a moment.
you know, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, you hold on, tell him to fuck off." And so I was like, "All right, well," so I just went into a building and grabbed like a crowbar, and then went into a bathroom and crouched, and then went and talked to Kent. Talked to Kent for like however long, it was like 15 minutes or something. I came back. Oh my God, still in the bathroom with the crowbar, and the circle had just happened to close in on me.
Nice.
And so Kent was still talking to me, and I'm like, Kent, I'm sorry, but I can't believe I'm still alive. Like, this is fucking horseshit. All I have is a crowbar.
That's
nothing
called
else.
that's strategy. is
So
what
I
that is.
I went around the building and grabbed as much shit as I could, and I opened the door, and there was a guy standing in front of me. Like when I opened the door, he lit me up, and
Do you think he waited?
I did
He's
that
like-
thing where I literally jumped out of my
Yeah,
chair.
yeah.
Like
He just waited.
What place did he come in?
I came in like 24 or something.
Wow. 25
Nice.
was pissed.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
I have some bad news for you. Whose line was in town last Sunday?
Oh!
Or this past Sunday?
Oh!
So you just missed it. 21st. Sorry, dude. You'll be okay. Yeah.
The McElroy brothers.
Now the
Ryan, you
depression
mentioned
sets
them
in.
before. They were here last week. Do you guys know who they are?
Nope.
No?
McElroy brothers?
Oh.
The McElroy brothers. My brother, and me. Those guys are hilarious. They do a lot of Polygon stuff. They do Monster Factory. If you've ever heard of it, doesn't matter. They're hilarious, and they play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, which I started kind of listening to, and that got me thinking. This was 2 days ago?
2 days ago, I played my first D&D match.
dabbled?
Yeah, it was a small group of us.
Yeah.
That was good times.
So Lewis actually
Would you like
DM'd.
Jeff? You can have him
Would we?
for your D&D matches.
Hell yeah,
He
I
would only hold us back.
It'd be interesting.
The
though.
correct answer is no.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Alfredo and I and Wayne, we did a small session to see to get Alfredo
To get a
and-
feel for it.
Yeah, get a feel for it, and Lewis actually DM'd the D&D session, which is really interesting because I've never seen him in action like content-wise.
Lewis in action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
I've
Lewis,
only,
okay,
I've only seen him in business mode.
what a shithead. Lewis shows up all the time.
Okay.
And Lewis, I hope you're watching.
No, he's on the plane.
Damn it. So Lewis, all the time we're like, because he'll walk in while we're recording.
Yeah.
We're like, Lewis, get in on this.
Get in
and so-
here.
And he'll just go
Yeah, just
and walk out.
Yeah.
Like that's classic Lewis is what he does.
he does this.
He was
Yeah,
fucking
he
in a
does that.
Funhouse video. Like he
That
sat
son
in and
of a
played
bitch.
during a Funhouse
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
What?
They had him like, it was during the
A2
I
Lewis?
want to say it was Cluster
A2?
Truck. I think it was Cluster Truck.
That's
And they
what we
were like,
gotta
Lewis,
play.
sit down and play some of this.
That's
and
his
Lewis was like,
stuff.
all right. And he sat down and played it. I'm like, come on, Lewis.
Maybe, did they trick him? Did they not tell him the
I
cameras
don't.
were on?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think they kind of peer pressured him into it, but I want to peer pressure.
They're
him.
very good at peer pressure.
Yes, I want Lewis in a video.
So you want
I
to
mean,
fun
you guys
house
have
level peer
a ton
pressure.
of weapons in the room. Just that's
That's
peer
not
pressure.
peer pressure. That's not how that
that's
works.
a hostage
No, no,
That's
situation.
called threat.
Yeah.
That's
Someone-
called threatening
someone's-
someone.
No one ever
Walks in, you
started.
step in front of the door with the quadrant.
I literally have to walk in now and I open the door, and if I see the target sitting there, I have to like peek in and see who's aiming at it.
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Ryan
Especially
hit me.
when all the
Ryan
lights
hit
are
me
on.
yesterday.
I
the
hit you
first-
twice yesterday.
Yeah, hit me
Off
twice
a
yesterday.
ricochet.
It was
BB.
ricochet.
I think-
Still,
I think
I
both-
Ricochets don't count.
took damage.
I think both shots are in
What's
all
damage?
moves. Ryan's like, okay, I hit you by accident. This one's gonna hit. I'm gonna ricochet for Trevor. Bah! Ow!
And it
Jack!
hit again. That was the best part. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
great.
an awu.
Yeah.
Best
Look for
part
that.
is what that was. The best part. Yes, I will be out on Monday, even though it's Memorial Day, so you can still check that out. It'll be out.
We already recorded it. We opened some shit. It was good.
Yeah.
I shot Jack.
There was
Twice.
literally
Shot,
there was
Well,
literally
Ryan's
not one
opened
box
pretty
of
much
shit.
every box in the office
Yeah,
already.
Only
okay.
the ones that are on
Ryan,
the
let's address
periphery.
this. Let's
Yeah.
address this right now.
So we get these boxes, and we have probably somewhere around 100 boxes in our office. Of that, probably half are already open because Ryan is a fucking kid
I
at
wouldn't say
Christmas.
half. I wouldn't say half.
Okay, a lot.
It is. There are currently maybe 2 boxes that I have opened.
Because we had to open them for hours.
out of what is probably over.
But here's the
100.
thing: you selectively choose because if
Yeah.
it's weapon shaped,
Yeah.
you're like,
Weapon
I have
shaped.
to open
I'm
it
gonna
now.
look.
But the thing is,
Generally,
so,
if it's over 2 cubic feet.
I don't give a
Ryan-
fuck. I'm
Ryan
gonna
will
look.
so Ryan's like, oh, we got a box in, better open. He's like, no, it's for our wound. He's like, okay, I'm gonna open it, and it opens,
Okay.
and it's like, oh, this is gonna be
Jack,
cool. It's
there
like-
are so many boxes. In
I
there.
know, but
there are
that's
so
so
many
many.
boxes.
We still want the surprise.
That
for opening
being
and
said-
all.
You don't have
I
to know
feel
what,
like-
what it is.
I feel like I need to clarify. That being said, Ryan doesn't spoil it for anybody else. He spoils
except
it.
for he does sometimes.
There's something.
spoils it
I'm like,
for
oh,
him.
I've only been
There's
here
arrows,
3
but
days.
not
and
for
some
other
things are
people.
spoiled.
Yeah,
I remember
so-
just
Even Alfredo, who hasn't been here that long, he knows.
in the 3 days.
It's because you guys
been a
called me
couple
on
of
it. You
things
started
spoiled.
getting in my business. I'm gonna tell you what's
Getting
in there.
in his
You just
business.
leave me alone. I won't tell you.
He's
I
like
just-
Ryan is true chaotic neutral.
I just recall
just
Trevor
like-
sitting there with a box, and then Ryan's like, hand it to me. And then Jack's
Yeah.
like, no, hand it to me. And I'm like, ooh, thank God I'm not in that hot seat right
and
now.
I'm like, I have this box that says Think Geek on it.
Yeah.
Ryan's like, give it.
But it was addressed to
Come on.
Jack.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
only way you won that.
But before that, it was very much a, who am I
I
going
was
to hand
like,
it to?
I want to see
don't
what it
know.
is, but we're not on camera. I want to see what it is, but Jack.
Some of them, here's the thing. Some of the things that are in those boxes, we could make stuff with now. That's how we got.
Hasn't come out yet,
Yeah.
probably, whatever you're thinking of.
Well,
Whisper it to my ear.
people know we got it because we showed it on the stream.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There's
Ryan.
so many
What does
things.
it
Yeah.
rhyme with?
That's
The
gonna
Tokes Mom.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't disguise it at all.
Got it.
Oh my
All right.
god.
No, we haven't really said
that video is not coming
What
out.
we did with it
there's
hasn't come out.
There's something in the works. Expect it. I think Tuesdays for first.
Lewis said my position is clear. As in, he will not be in videos.
My position is
Oh,
clear.
Except Funhouse
Is he
videos,
watching?
apparently.
Tell Lewis that next time he comes in the room, we're turning on the webcams on him.
He'll never
He
know.
seems to. He
He'll
seems
never
to
walk
have
in the room again.
posted some
Okay.
sort of picture of Dave Chappelle. Screaming.
So,
That's what I
anyway.
imagine that says.
Yeah, we have a video coming out with that. Basically, so John Mace is our facilities manager here at Rooster Teeth. He
Poor John Mace.
takes care of the buildings, all the walls, make sure nothing catches fire, and we do everything we can to
John, we're not
upset him.
trying to hurt you.
John,
But we're trying to hurt
We
you.
don't hate you at all.
Look,
it's not the case.
That's true.
If
It
you didn't
seems
get
like
the
it.
memo
Well-
when you started working here, that is literally what we do
Don't-
professionally. So.
Don't lie to the man.
No, yeah, we're
Not
trying
you.
to hurt him. Yeah.
Jeremy.
I'll
What?
say,
That we don't want to hurt John Mace?
It's absolutely not about hurting John
I mean,
Mace.
we're
It's
hurting
about
ourselves
making good
too.
videos.
We're hurting ourselves too because it's starting to get dark in our office. That's all.
That is sort of a problem.
John, okay,
Um,
I'm going to tell you right now and off topic because we haven't sent you an email yet. We broke 2 of the lights in the gym in our office.
Oh, he
He
knows.
already
So
knows.
sorry.
Wait, why did you don't tell him about the
Hey,
second one? I was just gonna
so
sneak
sorry.
it by.
including
I'm so
the one,
sorry.
including the one he just replaced.
I shot one with a crossbow. Okay,
And I didn't break either one of them.
but
You added to it, Ryan.
I
shattered
did.
them. We didn't break them.
I
we,
didn't break
we have
either
to talk
one of
about it
them.
because it wasn't filmed because no one was rolling
I'm
when
sorry.
it happened.
I
People
admit,
were rolling both times I shot.
I sent the email.
No?
and I
Not
admitted,
the second one.
I shot the first light. I shot the
happened.
first light
They're
with a
rolling.
crossbow. I admit, the crossbow with the light was a bad idea. It broke the light. I get that. John
Yes,
replaced it.
that's what that video or that
Then,
image is.
So there's no video.
Off camera, Gavin stands up with a BB gun and aims it at the light. Not the one we just replaced, a different one. Aims at the light and says, like, you think this would break it? And I'm like, yes, it will absolutely break it. And he goes, what did he say? Like, you broke this. Or he said something weird that in his mind
like
meant,
Gavin did.
in his
Of
mind
course he
meant
did.
like, because when I responded to it, he was like, well, he broke it with a crossbow. I can't break it with a BB gun. I mean, that would be absurd.
Yeah, there's no way that would happen.
So then he fires and he broke the light.
Yeah.
So then Ryan, of course, goes, well, I could probably fix
No,
it
no,
with
no,
another
no,
BB.
no. This was a Gavin thing.
Okay.
Gavin's like,
True, Gavin pulled the trigger. Oh wait, no, Ryan pulled the trigger.
no,
So
Gavin
clearly
pulled
it
it
was a Gavin
together.
thing.
It was a
Traditional
ghost
Gavin
thing.
sense went like, do you think a second one could turn it back on?
There's no Gavin sense.
Right. So then Ryan said, I don't know. Let's find out. Shot
It's
it,
already
shattered
broken.
it. It's gone.
Why not? That
No,
one
no.
barely shattered.
Are you
That
talking
one-
about the Jeff
Also,
one?
he said he told me to shoot it straight up the pipe, which I did.
Yep.
And interestingly enough, it somehow broke. And that we have on video.
Yeah.
We haven't recorded that.
Okay.
So if you look up at it, it still looks totally fine.
Well, that's
but
the
a
best
piece
way-
of the top back fell out.
It
It's really
did.
weird.
Well,
it's one of those like fluorescent
Straight
Then-
sparkles.
up at it is
okay.
the best way to look at a light bulb that's falling towards you.
That's
Right.
true.
I mean,
Then-
I did that. I just held it
Then,
out.
for reasons that none of us can fathom,
Yep.
Jeff randomly, maybe a day later,
Yep.
stood up in the office with a loaded BB gun, pointed at a different light, and just fired.
He went pop,
He didn't
pop.
say a thing. He didn't say a thing. He just stood up, looked at it, went bang, and shot it out.
It was gangland style.
And
he
he
just
murdered it.
executed
And then Ryan.
and then Ryan.
Then
Okay,
Ryan
well,
decided.
then I re-entered the story.
Ryan's like,
yeah.
well, maybe if I shoot it, it'll fix it. And he shot it. What had happened was, it
No,
was-
there was no pretense of fixing it the
okay.
second
There
time.
was- I'm shooting this to
Jeff,
break.
Jeff had clearly just like chipped it or something, but enough to turn the light off. Ryan shot it, and this entire bulb fell out of it and shattered behind
Michael's desk.
in like the little spot between Michael,
Yeah.
Gavin, myself, and Ryan's desk. It's hit, and there's glass everywhere.
that's-
all
that-
in the part that no one touches.
That's the picture.
That's what this one
there
is.
we go.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah,
so
no,
that's after cleanup. It
That's
just
all the
shattered.
glass.
that is not after cleanup.
That's after a bunch of cleanup.
No,
That
that's
is not after
straight
any
up
cleanup.
after the
Is it
light bulb
really?
fell.
Yes.
90%
Yeah, there's
of
like
it.
pieces right there.
90% of it went down into the rat's nest.
What
That's
cleanup do you think would have been done on that?
Yeah.
the larger chunks.
on the left is
That
Michael's
is the
desk.
larger chunks. It powdered when it hit his desk.
No,
the
I-
biggest chunk is that one next to the red
This
cable.
is like
at
the
bottom.
in the
shit
bottom
that,
left.
that
Okay,
Jean-Claude Van Damme gets in his eye in
You can
Bloodsport.
see somewhere down where Ryan puts his bare feet.
Yeah, so the one on the left, the red Xbox, that's Michael. The one across with the green cable, that's Ryan's desk, and then
Yeah.
mine's bottom right, and Gavin's is basically where this camera was, or the photo
Yours
was taken.
is not
from.
in the image.
I climbed
Yeah,
onto
okay,
Gavin's
okay.
desk for it.
Yeah.
And
So all I hear is that I'm fine. None of it's been near my desk. None of it's been near Jeff's desk.
Look, I didn't
One
think
of
it would
them
shatter
was,
that
but-
much.
Jeez.
Dude, from my
So-
from my
Also, I was
experience,
just aiming at the bulb.
So,
So we
yeah.
shoot the China balls all the time.
Other
I
than-
didn't expect to actually hit the bulb.
Other than the light I shot with the crossbow, I just don't damage. Okay, I shot an arrow through the wall one time.
I don't think
But that
I've ever
doesn't
knocked
count.
out
there's
a functioning
a lot
light.
of things flying. From my experience of being here for like almost a week, there's constantly someone shooting like some
Something.
type
Okay,
of
I
weapon or
admit
swinging
I've been-
around some type of weapon.
I've been a little out of
but
control
like
with the arrows
every
lately.
5 minutes, Ryan's just desk popping the fucking
Oh, yeah,
DV
yeah.
button.
That's the
Ron was
worst.
It's
Fire
the
wildly
best way
is
to
best.
sync webcam footage.
That's the worst.
Every time I'm in the office, he pops one off and it ricochets off of 3 of the walls.
Yeah.
I react the same way every time, instinctively. And I
No.
close my
If
eyes.
you guys would stop doing that, I'd stop shooting.
We just need to constantly play Danger Zone.
I'll just stand like
literally,
this.
I have
Go ahead,
safety
Ryan.
goggles down
Shoot.
that
If
I
I'm
wear
honest,
at my
if
desk.
I'm honest, I'm playing pachinko, only kind of sort of like the dangerous game.
So
We know one of them's gonna hit us in the eye.
The
eventually.
bounce is gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
Where will it
hits
go
when
today?
it hits.
Ugh, Jesus Christ.
Where will it stop? No one knows. Probably someone's cornea.
Well, you've got like those
There's goggles
robot laser
everywhere,
eyes. You're
Free
fine.
LASIK.
Yeah, those expensive
Oh,
eyes.
look, this guy did a poll. Who's at fault for the broken light? There you go.
I just hit a
Oh,
name.
Gavin's Gavin's the highest right
Everyone.
now.
So,
only 10
by the way,
votes.
the box opening thing, I'd like to point out, is purely my Gavin response. That is the same thing that Gavin does when he hits a lull where nothing's happening. He's like, I've got to make a live action happen. That's me just start going, let's see what's in a box.
Yeah, but
he
you start
doesn't
firing. You don't film anything.
You don't make
Gavin's busts
content,
out a
you
camera.
just
No,
spoil it.
that I opened the box, I
great
found
point.
the smoke bombs, video happened.
But
If I find good shit in there, then I'm like,
But
we
now
should
we
do something
can't go
with this right
check
now.
out the Abu where we first found these. It's just,
you still
where the hell did that
can.
come from?
Ryan, here's
No, we
here's
still
my
get in the
point.
right order.
Here's my point. While there may be content made out of it, and yes, you're doing the same thing Gavin does when Gavin goes, we're not filming anything, I want to make live action content. We have 20 weapons
That's it?
unboxed in the room.
At the
We
ready.
can use any of those
Yeah.
to make a video.
We didn't have a smoke bomb until I found them.
We don't need to open more shit to do it.
Jared, we gotta
It's
get
like-
rid
it's-
of it. There's so much we have to open.
It's
We'll
like
do
the
more
room
streams.
against
We'll do
Ryan,
more
and it's not
streams.
working.
You guys, I am pushing back the flood, is what I'm doing.
No, you're not.
He's like our Master
Our fingers
Chief.
are in the
He's
fucking
against the
package
flood.
Your
dike.
fingers are not the package dike. We
Fingers
can
are not
do
the
more
package
streams.
dike.
We've already talked about doing more streams. We will do more streams
Yes.
where we unbox a shit ton of them.
Yes.
We'll get there. But let's just save them for now. I'm actually using a package that someone sent me to prop up
Don't
my
tell
monitor.
him. Don't.
One of my monitors
Leave
is
it.
propped up
No.
on a package
No.
that I haven't
No.
opened yet.
No.
We're
I'm so sorry if
No.
it's yours.
We are
Stop
all
it.
going to be sitting in thrones made of packages
That's
before
fine.
That's fine.
not fine. We got to get rid of it. It's
And
too
then you
much stuff.
unbox one,
Game
you
of
see the
packages.
throne,
Like,
and you
oh,
go,
sorry,
if only I knew.
We are like 40 more packages away from me not being able to get to my desk anymore because they have capped off the end of the room.
Oh, they'll still be there. It'll be open. Why does that solve anything?
Because, I can like look in there and then I'm like, that's
That's your concern. You want to see what's inside. You are the fucking kid at Christmas who can't wait till Christmas Day.
I don't have to. I'm an adult and I have lots of
It's
knives.
true.
If
He
you
is an
want-
adult.
I'm
with
an
knives.
adult who has lots of knives.
If you have
There's your-
something
there's your
that you
title
want
right
someone
there.
specific to open and not Ryan, put their name on it. Easy as that.
Right.
Yeah, no. If
it
it's
says
just, I
Alu,
never open things
He
that are
won't
directed to other
open.
people.
Yeah, he won't open something that's directed towards anybody
Here's the thing.
else.
If it says just Awu, it's at risk. If it says Awu and it's perishable, it's getting opened.
Or
by
if
Ryan.
it's in an
Definitely put
Amazon
perishable.
pantry
as long
box.
as it's actual food.
If
the-
it's in a
Yeah.
pantry
Yeah.
box,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Open
open
that
it.
right
If
away.
If
it
it
becomes-
says Awu and then someone else's name that's not Ryan, it's moderately safe.
I mean, I'm not gonna open it if it's got somebody's name on it.
If it just says achievement on it, it's open.
If it says Will Hyde, we'll absolutely open.
Okay, I opened a package for Will Hyde. I don't know what happened to it. Did I ever get to him?
I think.
Hey,
someone
Blaine.
got it.
I took it back and
We
just
also
put it on
got
the
something
desk
for
and
Blaine
pretended like we
Gibson.
didn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Blaine, I hope you got whatever we had.
What?
I hope it was
Well,
nice
we
too.
we
Some way,
had it
somehow.
for a while.
Wait, Blaine
so-
got something?
Yeah, we sent it back through the grapevine.
Oh, okay.
Blaine, let us know. Jeremy once told me, and we dabbled in this an old podcast
That
ago.
I had a boyfriend
That-
who looked like a
That he had a boyfriend that looked like a girlfriend, and this was a good conversation starter. So
That
Jack,
lived in a village that made that shit.
it is true. It says from a village.
Are you gonna
and
make me drink that as well?
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
know
say
what?
Right now?
I was
That is
gonna
like
say,
the 4th time we've said that is made in a village on this show.
and I've said it 2 of those times.
Village on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see the show part.
Yeah,
Did you?
Village on this show.
Oh shit. Well, off topic, coming to you from Koskenkorva. Yes, take a shot.
Fuck.
Which means Alfredo has to take
Alfredo,
Yeah.
you win?
Oh, no.
It smells just like black
You
licorice.
poor bastard.
Ooh, it's
It
thick.
doesn't pour well either.
So-
It looks,
So, in case you're
Why'd you
wondering,
throw mine out of the way, you
in
son
case
of
you're
a...
wondering,
sorry.
pour me
what-
like half a
Stop.
Like, what is that stuff?
if you were wondering what that first baby shit looks like,
it's right
like
there.
salmiakki.
So,
that's it.
Oh, man.
Maybe slightly thicker.
there you go.
Give
There
Alfredo
you
a little
go.
That's
extra there.
good. Okay, don't take this yet, because
It doesn't.
Well, it's
all
like
right,
black as
If,
I'm
I'm,
gonna
if
need
I'm
it-
honest, it doesn't smell dissimilar. Either.
So in
Why is
Finland,
there only one Coke here now?
because
Yeah, because
that's
this
yours.
one's empty. I was gonna. Pour,
there
can you
Coke?
pour-
Is that
You
enough
can
in
have a
there?
sip of mine.
Are there
after.
I'll,
Cokes?
go, I'll go get a fresh one.
Are
after
there
this.
Cokes in the fridge behind us?
I don't think so. Probably not. Ben's
no,
checking.
there's not.
Hey Ben, where's
I
your
gave you the
check?
shot earlier. You owe
Michael
me.
Lindblad, I am one of these, a couple of these away from just hanging
You will
out
not
with
take one of these, will you? Really?
He's back
What?
there.
Oh, Ben said he'll take one.
Ben,
okay.
if you
Get
come
him a shot
on
glass.
set,
here you go.
on screen,
got one right
you're
here.
taking
Yeah, yeah.
one with us.
Here, get it. Jeremy, fill him up.
Fill them up.
Is this for Ben?
Yeah.
Okay. Ben, you're taking this.
Why do you guys hate Ben so much?
Committed.
Why
I
is
love
Ben
Ben. That's
putting
why he
his-
gets to be part of it.
Why?
There he is.
Yeah.
So you
By the
said
way, there's no Coke.
Ben put your dick in this?
I'll get more
This is
Coke
gonna
in a
be
second.
the
What,
worst.
from the one over there?
Wait a minute.
Over there?
No, regular Coke. Oh, the one in the,
Oh,
in
over
the
there,
kitchen.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
on the one in the back.
absolutely.
Can I also
Bye,
point
Ryan.
out? I want to point out
Audience,
something right now.
If
I'm not-
you want to join us while we wait for Ryan to partake in some chasers, get yourself some Jägermeister in the next 2 seconds, and then dump a whole thing of table salt
I'm also
in it.
I'm gonna out my friend right here. So as I heard
That's
Andrew?
really
Andrew?
that's a personal
as
thing
I
they
was
should really do on
no,
their
no,
own
no,
terms.
as I
Jeremy.
was walking to the bathroom with him, because he was like, he can't get back in the building. So
Yeah.
It was boys.
So,
it was boys.
He,
go to the
he
bathroom
said to
day.
me, "Listen, I'm very familiar with you when you're drunk. Because I'm not going on off topic."
Nice.
He goes, "If you invite
Well
me on
played.
there, I'm not going on there."
Thank you, sir.
Much needed.
You got it. You nailed it.
We're like the same
right,
person,
we doing
so
this?
we can just share.
Oh, yeah. Same hairstyle.
I mean,
Lewis
no,
yesterday was like,
our
can have some of
DNA
mine.
is the
Lewis
same.
and Wayne yesterday were sitting back just watching us. Like, look, they're like the same
right.
creature.
From
The
behind,
same-
Everyone,
Yeah,
listen
same
up.
So you say so
Pop,
if
pop.
it's finished. So you say keep us.
Keep us.
Keep us.
Cheers.
Keep us.
Like, keep us down us?
Yeah.
I'm not saying my
probably.
is gonna be a little
Bad
sloppy after
decision.
this, but,
That smells so bad. Alfredo.
That's salty.
Yeah, it's
It's
salty
salty.
licorice.
I'm
It's
all
literally
about
it's,
that.
It's
That's
salt.
great.
it's
that?
literally
Yeah, I don't need
salty
a chaser, I
licorice.
need it.
You know what? It is actually pretty smooth.
Yeah.
Like I don't really need a chaser after that because of all the salt.
It's
Yeah.
super salty.
It's super salty. And
Why
it's-
is
hate
that
black
good?
licorice.
It doesn't
I
taste
love
good,
it.
not
but
saying
it didn't
it's
require
I
a
didn't get a whiff
chaser.
of this.
I'm not saying
I
it's
smelled
good.
it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'll smell
I
it.
smelled it just a second ago. I was holding it.
Oh.
The only reason I need a chaser
It
after
smells
that
not great.
is because I hate black licorice.
I'm gonna get
He's,
my
he's
boss
reaching that
drunk.
point.
I hate black licorice. A lot.
Trevor, I'm gonna invite you over to my house and get you hammered.
Dude, let's do it.
When's the last time that you were at my place? It's been a while.
It's been a while. I think the last time we were at your place, we were periscoping something that what was it? I don't know if I want to go too deep
okay,
into
yeah.
that.
It was that whole thing when I had the
We
whole
kind
support room.
of we
over.
kind of erased our tracks.
Right. I deleted that one. I had the whole support room over though.
Mm-hmm.
It was like you were there, Neil was there,
We all started-
Larry was Ashley was there.
Matt, Ashley, we did it was like a Christmas thing. Or was it a New Year's
Did
thing?
Ken show up? Did Ken show up to my house? No.
New
Ken,
Year's,
fuck
New,
you.
New Year's is my thing. So
Ken, you've been invited.
Yeah,
You were
it was-
invited, I
Jack
think.
thing.
I'm just trying to think.
How's that go?
I throw a New Year's party every year.
It's good.
Lots of fireworks.
Jack has
good.
great New Year's
Oh,
party.
You think
yeah.
this would shatter against the table?
Yes.
100%.
I don't
Wait a
think
minute.
so.
Camera
I'm not gonna do
two,
it.
pan down.
I mean, that'll be last call. We'll test
Here,
it on
give me
last
that.
call.
Let's go.
Give me that.
You know, Michael's gonna be gone for maybe a week or two. We could fuck up this table.
Probably
I'm
be
gonna
gone for more
jizz
than
on
that.
this table.
Oh my
Can I
god, I
go
could
back to
we
my
could
camera?
jizz so hard.
Oh, he took
Bye.
the glass
Oh, he took
bottle.
the glass.
Bye.
I gotta
we
find
got
the
we got
hammer.
more glass,
for
man.
the
It's
better.
okay.
I
We'll
wonder
just
if
have to empty it.
I wonder if the pizza's here yet.
I don't know. Probably
Probably
not.
not.
good.
Yeah.
Steffi over there. I don't know where she ran off to. So probably not. If someone puts off topic on their package, can that package be opened on off topic? No, we're not going to open anything on off topic.
Okay,
unless it's a very
was the
special
package opening
occasion.
show, not off topic.
Jeremy and
not,
I are slurring our little words.
I'm sorry. All right, Our was the show where we open packages.
Well, I'll open something
Not
on a post show.
we did
on
off-
a post show only.
We did off. No.
But you have to specify post show.
Here's,
Should we have
No,
a
no,
show?
no, don't
Because
do that.
that's
Don't do
a
that.
video.
Don't do
That's
that.
a video format. It's okay.
No,
we
because
have-
No,
they
I
might
don't
not
like
be
that.
first members. Like, we want to make sure people who send us packages will see us open.
But I mean,
packages.
No,
No,
that's
I
the point. Is
understand
if you target it to that post show, then you know what you're getting.
We're-
into.
no,
Right,
we're-
but
we're
what
setting-
we're
we're setting a
opening
bad
ourselves up
precedent.
to is getting 10 packages for the post show.
that's
and
just-
then
yeah,
that's
we
what
don't
the
want
post show is
that.
turning into.
We don't
want
want
that.
that.
Awu is where we open shit on
That's where we
in
open
our
it.
street in our unboxing stream.
We're not
so.
opening it on off topic anymore, on the post show anymore. We're not opening it on a random Let's Watch
And in
Zelda
case-
anymore. We're not doing that anymore.
What if we do like AWU After Dark and we just open some extra packages?
AWU After Dark
We
is where
did
we fuck each
actually.
other.
We did an AWU
Yeah, well,
after.
I mean, in lingerie, of course.
I mean,
Right.
After Dark is the
assless
fucking.
cheeks.
I mean,
After
we're-
Hours is the sipping of the various liquids that we got on this next AWU.
that's
Done.
where Colossus
tuned
comes out.
through
Is
the,
it
like-
Colossus? What's the thing's name?
Yeah, Colossus.
Colossus is
Colossus,
the dildo.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
Colossal
it
Titan?
seems like we're
Yeah.
going from weapons to sex toys, so I think we're getting
We've
into
only
AWU
got
After
one.
Dark. Well,
And
right
that-
now,
and it was a weaponized.
We
sex
just
toy.
found out who the Colossal
well,
Titan
that
was.
makes the transition easier.
Does
So-
it? I
one
don't think anyone's
watches that
transitioned into that thing.
Can I say I was
transitioned?
very disappointed when we had some people show up at the Achievement Hunter office a couple days ago,
They have names.
and it was I don't remember.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we can talk
I don't know
about
who
who
you're
they
talking
were.
about.
It was
think I
some
do.
people.
We had some people from Full Screen come by.
The full screen guy.
Oh, those guys.
It was
and
full
then-
screen
but
guys,
We had some
and-
people before them that came from another.
There was
company
full screen
that we
guys, and there was
worked
people from a certain company,
Yeah.
game company, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. They showed up. We were talking to them. We were talking about different games and stuff like that. And fucking Wayne walked to the back of the room and picked up the fucking dildo.
Yeah.
And just had this giant dildo and was waving it around while we're trying
And
to
he's like,
talk.
like, you
Waving
can't-
it coming
you
to me,
can't,
he's
but,
like, Fredo, what do you think about this? I'm like, I don't know what to think about this. Get it away
Listen,
from me.
and,
so-
and literally one of the guys goes, "Is that what I think it is?"
So the audience doesn't know who Wayne is, but Wayne is a very important like cog in the wheel.
Wayne
of-
is,
he's
Wayne
the
is Dirk's
homie.
brother. I mean, Dirk left. Now we've got
Yeah.
Wayne here.
But Wayne works behind the scenes doing a lot of important things that you won't ever see. And he's a very interesting character. We learned a lot about him
Yeah.
yesterday while we were waiting for the movie to kick off.
Did you go with Wayne?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was me, Trev, Wayne, Lewis, and we had like for
Oh,
some
what?
reason,
You went with Lewis too?
Yeah.
Fuck, Andrew, we should have gone to that one.
should have jumped on
Well,
our
you
shit.
wouldn't have got to see the movie, which may or
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Maybe better, I
It's
don't
the
know.
experience. We had sushi beforehand and everything.
got sushi.
We were just chilling for 5 hours.
I
We went
ate,
to a video
I ate
store with
squid,
like
I ate
cassettes and
octopus,
stuff.
I ate eel. It was good stuff.
Yeah, it was
Where'd
a
you
good
go?
Trev's been eating puss.
Kome. I've been eating puss. It's Kome
Kome.
on
Yeah.
airport.
Someone
It's like
isolate
right over
that
there.
audio.
That's okay, whatever.
It's like 2 blocks away,
It's on airport and 51st.
or 4 blocks away.
Yep.
No, I've never been to a sushi place in Austin. I haven't.
Sushi- Oh god, it was good.
Like I know
Uchi's
people
really
love
good,
like
too. I've never been
uni
there.
or whatever it's called. Is it
Uchi.
called uni?
Uchi.
I've never been
Uchiko
there.
is fucking good. I
Never
went there
been
for
there.
I went there for my 20. How old am I? 26th birthday. It's good stuff.
I have something to admit. You do your Wayne thing first. Finish your story.
Yeah, well, basically, just I don't know where I was going with that, but
Dildos.
Wayne is like a straight-laced human being.
He is.
Very business, and but like after hours, Wayne, like when you're outside of work, like he starts to like peel back the curtain. You start seeing like the
Oh,
true
yeah.
Wayne, and you're
He's
like,
got-
I feel like Wayne's like perpetually on drugs. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, no, because
Well,
we're
not
just
perpetually, because
we're-
at work he's normal.
No, it's like he's like, and he's got
Dude.
heroin in his veins.
Trev, do you remember we're just at the Animal Draft House?
Sorry,
We're
not something so specific.
We're walking to our theater, and Wayne just stopped and he goes, "There's a high ceiling." He's like, "You think I could hit that?" And we're just like, "What?" Out of nowhere. And then Trev's
That's
like,
awesome.
I mean,
Trev's
he
like, "Yeah,
even-
I'm with
even,
you
like-
on
Is
this."
he a 17-year-old kid?
Wayne,
He like,
why don't I know
Think
this
I can
side of
reach
you?
that?
Why
He
don't I
like-
know this side of you, Wayne? You
like-
talk so much.
he was like, that's 15 feet. I got this.
Yeah, he's like, I miss just jumping for the sake of jumping. I'm like, what?
He's like,
and then
I-
Trev's like, me too. And all of a sudden, they start jumping for it. And like, one of the employees walks by, and is like, if you break it, you pay for it.
I'm like, I'm sorry, I'll take the whole building down if I have to.
Well,
I mean,
was
I'm
it-
gonna
was it
touch
the-
this ceiling.
Was it the UFO? Were you trying to touch the UFO or something?
So when you walk into
Just
that
before the
UFO
UFO,
room,
there's a
so when
sign.
you walk into that UFO room, like
Yeah.
that first entrance, like that
There's a little-
that opening,
Yeah.
it dips down.
There's a little sign
Not the
there.
second
Got
one.
ya. I know you said the arch there.
Yeah.
But he's like, we walk out, like, whatever, outside the restrooms, we're kind of like coalescing as a group, and he's like, I like jumping. I'm like, yeah? He's like, yeah.
Completely out of nowhere.
I kind of miss jumping. I'm like, what? Okay.
Get that
And
man
then
a
he's
rope.
and he goes, oh, you think I could touch that? There's no real story after that,
no.
but it's just like, just like I like the non sequitur, just like
Yeah. Just randomly, just like I
Yeah.
just feel
I
like
love
getting
when that
into
kind of
it.
thing happens because there's always, if you really, the trick to it is to dive down into it.
you got
And
yeah,
like,
you got to get to the origin.
all right, I see where you ended up. Give me the trail that led you.
Right.
there. Was it like
Yeah.
I saw a white man can't jump on the TV earlier?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, man, jumping's cool.
What
and then-
what made you think that? Yeah, like
No, we just came out of the restroom and then he's like, I feel like jumping. I feel like,
See,
feel like
Katie,
get my height in
maybe
there.
that's his shake-off procedure.
Yeah,
He hops up
just-
and down a little bit.
yeah.
Katie does that where she'll have conversations in her head and then like pick it up 2/3 of the way in and then ask me about it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck.
Oh,
you're saying.
I was
She'll, like, it's like, it's
real
almost
bad
like, it's
at
like,
it.
it's like
I'm doing that with my
Scrubs.
wife.
So she'll be quiet. She'll be like, and that's why I hate mashed potatoes. And
Yeah.
it's like,
I was
what?
when
Like,
I-
There's-
where did
I
that
actually-
come from?
Something very similar to this one time. I have this really bad habit of, if I'm having a very vivid dream, I wake up not realizing it's a
Yeah.
dream. And so, Kat's been on the wrong side of that several times.
the wrong side of
So
the bed.
one time, this was I was in her parents' basement. Me and her were there, just like watching something, and I
Kinky?
had fallen asleep. So
I don't know what's down there.
that day, I had watched a video on the community channel that Matt made.
Yeah.
That Axial Matt made.
Uh-huh.
And it was one of those, what did he call that show where he showed all the big...
Megacraft.
Megacraft. So
Right?
he had just done an
Right?
episode of Megacraft, and I was in it with him.
Yeah.
And and then I fell asleep during this thing, and I started dreaming about it. About this thing that we showed in like this big village.
Yeah.
And then I kind of woke up a little bit, and Kat was saying something to me. And she's like, oh, Jeremy, what do you think about this that's going on right now? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what did you think about that with the village? And she's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. She's like, what village? I'm like, what? We were just watching it.
What are you
Why do you
talking
not
about?
know the? And I was like getting mad at her.
Oh no, I know exactly
I was
what
like,
you're
why are
talking
you
about.
making me look like an idiot here? Like the village we were just looking at. And she's
Yeah.
like, what? Why?
And then-
Why are you mad at me? And I was like,
Yeah,
I
it-
just... That was a video with Axial Man.
Yeah,
Went to
yeah, and then
sleep.
you stop, then you come to that like dream soberance where you're like, yep, nope, I was dreaming.
Yep, it was just like,
Yeah.
that didn't happen, did it? No, it didn't. No, no, no.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
I was yelling at you for no reason. I was yelling at you over an Axial Man video.
Dude, that
Yeah.
reminds me of some of the interactions I have with my girlfriend Jackie. She's a complete sweetheart. but
AKA
this-
Marinara.
Marinara?
Yeah, I guess she's now nicknamed Marinara.
Oh, I thought we were going with chicken and broccoli so it could go with
What?
Alfredo.
Well, so Ryan, you guys
Chicken
said
broccoli
marinara,
Alfredo.
and then Ryan made some sense out of it by saying chicken broccoli.
I mean, if you're
because-
going to look for things that mesh.
Yeah.
But if I met a girl named Marinara, I'd be like, that's interesting, I want to talk to you. If I met a girl named Chicken Broccoli, I'd be like, please stay away from me.
Stay away from me.
Actually,
No,
I might
that's a
be
girl that
I
comes
might
from an
be
interesting
inquisitive.
background.
I might be
Chicken
like
Broccoli?
I might be like chicken broccoli.
Yeah.
What's this all about?
But going back to what I was saying is that sometimes like she'll have these dreams and she'll wake up and she's like, oh, I had a dream and you were a complete asshole. And I'm like,
And does she act like you
that-
were the
no.
asshole
oh yeah,
all
she
day?
gets actually mad. No, like I said, she's total sweetheart, but she's like, yeah, you're a complete asshole. in that
come?
dream.
Katie-
And
Katie
she's
does the exact same
actually
shit
mad
to
at me.
My wife does that.
Yeah.
She'll wake up pissed off at me. I'm like, what? She goes, you were a dick. And
Yeah,
thing.
and
You
I
don't
have
get
nothing to
dream
do with it. I was
Like,
like, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
so
man.
sorry. I was a dick during your dream.
Yeah.
Like that's you know.
That's happened, but I've never once gotten dream rewarded. I never like, did we wake up and you go,
Hey,
you
honey.
know what? You were super sweet in the
I
dream.
don't
Oh, that's never
Weird
happened to me.
here.
No,
never happened.
Has that
No.
ever happened
Good
to
about
you?
you.
And they
Carry
get
on.
some of those.
Has that happened to you? Have
Well,
you
I don't know what you're
been
trying to
dream
say. Oh,
Here's-
absolutely I
no,
have.
there's
Absolutely I
look,
have.
there's a trick to it.
Are
What
you trying to
do-
say that there was an opposite? That did you have the
That's
dream
no, I
sweetness?
want the opposite.
Yeah.
We never got that.
I thought
No,
you were
I've
saying,
never been.
No.
No, all right. Maybe me and Kat are just like not that kind of couple. Like I can
There's some
understand.
underlying
Like sometimes I've had dreams where I'm mad at Kat and I'll wake up and like I'll look at her and be like, well, clearly that wasn't her.
Well, yeah.
But I'll wake up all the time and be like, I had great sex in my dream and it was not with you. I do that all the time.
I wouldn't.
Oh,
Dude,
really?
not that I have
I do
those
that all
dreams,
the
but
time.
that's just a complete no-no.
I'm like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like,
You're like,
God, I had such a good sex
hey,
dream.
baby.
Not you.
It, seems
It was
like,
awesome.
Can you tell her that?
Yeah.
It seems like the
Holy
follow-up to
fuck.
that would
Jesus
be,
Christ.
and
They have a mutual
you won't be
understanding.
having
I
great
would
sex
say-
with me
Yeah,
anytime
I would
soon.
say out of
that would put you in the
sex
doghouse for a
What is
week.
the best situation that comes to that? Like you tell her, oh, I just banged someone in my dream and it wasn't you. Like
She
you're
is
just
up for it.
that's great.
That's
Like,
hilarious.
Just don't tell her.
It's hilarious. That's so funny.
See, I
she
mean, that's
like,
a good
whoa.
relationship.
I would say-
Thank God I don't have to do it again for another
I
week.
would say
Yeah.
out of sex dreams, 30% are Kat, 30% are people that I know, and then 30% are like random faces that my brain
Do you ever-
makes.
I
Did
can't
you ever
wait
bang
until
Axel, Matt?
Jeremy has a sex
I've
dream
never
about
banged
me.
Matt. I don't think
want
I've
to hear
ever
that
really
story.
banged a dude
You've never
in my
banged
dream.
I mean,
never
Trevor
banged
doesn't
a
count as
dude?
a
It's
dude.
gonna
So
happen.
Trevor.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
gonna
Trevor.
happen.
Okay.
I don't think I've
You
ever
get
really
that
banged
vibe?
a dude in my dreams.
Never dude banged?
I don't know.
One of
I
these
kinda
days,
wish
I'm
I
gonna get
did.
it sweet. Like Jeremy's gonna slide into my DMs like, "Yo, bro, I dreamt about it."
I've
I
never,
have- 'cause I
I've never
have-
had it, but it was
I've
you.
mentioned on
it,
off
went
topic.
it went down.
I've never mentioned on off topic that I've never had my chance to bang a dude in real life. Right?
So
'Cause
here's
I've
your
never-
chance.
I've never
Alright,
had
but
a chance.
what if it gets
It's
really,
like
you
me,
know,
but softer.
you know how dreams go though. So what if it gets really like kind of twisted and you're just like fucking a jar of Alfredo sauce?
Then I can fuck a jar of Alfredo
There you go.
sauce.
There's not enough give.
You
There's
just gotta
no-
remember
Way
right
worse
now.
things.
I mean, there's too
way
much
worse
game.
things in the world
Yeah,
to
it's
fuck
not-
than a
it's
jar
not-
of Alfredo.
You gotta
some sort of
remember the
tightness
link
there.
right
It's
now.
just-
tightness.
Right.
It's like
I
fucking,
like-
fucking a bag of water. It's
I
like,
like my
no,
sauces.
Right, there's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing
No,
there.
there's
There's nothing reciprocal.
Yeah,
about
you need some, something you can.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe get
Rub
one of
against.
the, get one of. Do they have like Alfredo squeezy things? You can
What?
just because it's got like a tighter.
Are you talking
Okay.
about Skippy Alfredo sauce?
You can put the Alfredo sauce
you're
in a
talking about the squeeze.
like a
pocket,
They do it for
you know.
mayonnaise.
They
Like
do it
a-
for peanut
yeah.
butter and jelly.
Like a-
Maybe it's fucking
Go-Gurt,
jar,
but-
not- I don't know.
like
I
a
don't know.
Go-Gurt, but for Alfredo.
I don't know why they
A
would have that for
Go-Gurt, but
Alfredo.
for fucking.
It's called Alfredo.
This
Go-Gurt fucking.
This has been off topic, episode whatever. Here's our Twitter handles. If you'd like to see our Twitter, you can follow us on
Right
Twitter.
here?
Right there.
How-
Right there.
Where are
Don't know
we?
why you would.
What is happening?
Where are we? Wait.
Oh wait, you guys spelled that one wrong.
You gotta
It's
rework that one.
1:45 right now.
It's
Okay?
1:45 right
See that
now.
clock?
I asked Steffi for
We
a pizza
started
update.
10.
I
We
haven't
started
heard
10
yet.
minutes
You
late.
haven't heard of a pizza update.
It's got to be soon.
I'm gonna message her right now.
No, I just did.
I don't care.
Okay,
If there's
you do it too.
pineapples on this pizza,
No.
I will be upset.
No,
We're not savages.
Is anyone pro pineapple
No,
here?
she said.
I'll have it every
she
now and
says
then. I like it. It's
the
like-
favorite person is picking it up now, so she'll have an ETA. So if we wrap, we can do the post show and pizza will be here.
Okay.
No,
there
it's
you go.
great.
You don't
Yeah.
want to try and
We're
make
trying
the
to
best
race
pizza
to
in Austin.
pizza?
Yeah.
For 3
I've
minutes.
had so much food in
14.
Austin.
You don't want to try to make the other 14. Go
Barbecue.
ahead.
Yeah, I have so much
no.
food in Austin. The barbecue, the burgers, the sushi. I've got to start like a workout routine. I'm just gonna.
Oh yeah. Austin's a
I-
good food city. It's good food
I
city.
did something so stupid that day we went to Rudy's.
Was it
What was
Trevor?
that?
What was that?
No, it wasn't Trevor. Or,
Stop.
Or,
What is this with you?
So once in a while I'm like, you know what? I've been a good boy. I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A in the morning.
He's
and
been
get
a good
biscuit.
boy.
And so I went and got 2 chicken biscuits because I was an extra good boy.
In your dream.
And then they,
Was your wife happy with you?
They were like, you know what? Today we're throwing in some chicken minis. You want some chicken minis? I'm like,
Yeah.
You naughty
so
boy.
I ate all that.
So you got 2 chicken biscuits, some chicken minis. Then we went to Rudy's.
Then we went to Rudy's. And then on my way home, my wife was like, you know what would be good tonight? P. Terry's.
Oh,
So
man,
I
what a
had
day.
Chick-fil-A, Rudy's, and P. Terry's.
That's
awesome.
a good
Did you have
triangle.
shit that looked like this newborn shit?
No, it was totally normal.
No, really?
I don't.
shit.
It's
That's what
really
you compared it to.
You can't perturb my bowel movements.
Same. We that non-perturbed crew.
Yeah.
Before we end this, because I know Ryan's trying to.
Yeah.
He's just
we're-
want to. He's
we're
just wants
almost
to
at
get back.
2
I
on
don't want to
track.
talk
Almost
to
at 2
anybody for longer than 2 hours.
Also, we started 10 minutes late. Come on, you gotta
We're
take
an
that
hour
into
and a
If
half.
I take
Okay.
that thing off the top of that with this coaster,
First
Do
off,
it.
We're
Yes.
just
we
over
need-
90
all
minutes.
right,
Yeah.
First off, we
Okay.
need to do another shot. We need to do another one before the end. Okay, and I told Andrew that I was gonna tell a story involving him at some point.
Can he come
Because
on?
he'll hate it. No, he won't come on.
No,
He told me
okay.
he won't.
I'm trying to spare.
Okay.
this
Well,
you know
because
what?
Do you want one?
Oh, great.
like half
which
of-
was
I'll
the
give you
better
half
segue?
one.
Do you want the story first or the theater mode trailer first?
Oh shit. Let's do
We're
story
kind of
first.
running out.
Okay,
so
get the
I
story.
want to go
Theater mode
low.
trailer. Okay, I'm gonna tell the
good?
story about the time we were crab people.
Crab people.
Okay. Now I might have told hints of this story in the past, but in New Hampshire, there's a beach called Hampton Beach. People love going to Hampton Beach, and there's a a restaurant there called Brown's. I think it's called Brown's, and it's like
They give you the Browns?
you buy. They have all the live lobsters. They have like their fried sections, just like fried clams and fried like it's just all seafood.
Fries, electronics,
And
everything.
it's BYOB. You just bring cases of beer and stuff like that. So we were at Browns, we're eating, and we saw they have a deck area. We're sitting on the deck, and we see people across the way with these lines in the water, and they're just holding them. Like just holding
That's
lines
called
in the
fishing,
water.
Jeremy.
No, but like they're not on a rod, just a line. They're just holding it. And we're like,
yeah,
I
that's-
don't,
That's a form of fishing.
It's
You
called
gotta
a drag
hold the
line.
line
Right,
out
we're
there.
like,
For
I don't know
catching smaller fish.
well, I'm like, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know if that's true.
Right, so
I'll just say
we
it
walk
is.
across this bridge and then down to this marshy area where they are, and we're like, what are you doing? And they're like, well, we're catching crabs. So you like apparently just throw a line in the water with meat on the end of a hook,
They grab it.
and they grab it and they just refuse to let go.
That's
They're
like
just
that's
stubborn
like
as
the
fuck.
baboon with
And you
the
can-
salt cube.
Right, and you can just pull the crabs out of the water because they're just like, I'm not letting go. Fuck this.
This is
I
it.
have it. I've caught it.
That piece of
And
meat is worth
I
my
am-
life.
Hang on to it
this.
until you get them. So seeing this,
That's like a good handshake.
most people would say,
Just don't look
I've learned something today, and then they move along.
Sure.
What me and my friends did, including Andrew, is said, let's go back home, make our crab fishing inventions, and regroup here later. So we showed up at this marsh next to this restaurant later where people are on the deck eating, watching us. Walked down to this area. One of my friends had made this like, he had a grate that was tied to ropes and it had a can of tuna in the middle. And he had punctured the can. And he was like, what I'm going to do is dip this in the water. They'll crawl into the grate to get the tuna.
Right.
And then I'll pull them up while they're on the grate.
I'm with you.
We ended up getting a bucket full of crabs. Just live crabs are
It's
about
like-
this big.
It's like Boston runoff
Yeah,
crabs.
crab
So they're
minis.
like tiny
About
and they're like
this big,
mutated.
and we're like, we're gonna eat these fucking crabs
Oh,
tonight.
God.
So then we
No.
said, all right, not only are we gonna eat these crabs, we need something to go with it. The tide had gone down, and there was this little island showing in the middle of like this river here, like from the ocean.
The sewage
And
runoff.
We were like, I bet there's fucking shit on that island. So we go over there, we grab some mussels off of the island.
There you are,
And-
elusive.
And like on the island,
bastards.
if you've ever been on the coast before, there's little holes in the dirt. And when you step on them, they squirt water
Yeah.
out. You know that's clams.
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 Squirters.
So we start digging
Boston
and we're grabbing
squirters.
Yeah,
clams.
Boston squirters.
As we're grabbing these clams and these mussels from the island, the tide comes back in. and it's insanely powerful, trying to push us under the bridge.
It'll remove any sting.
So now literally people sitting in this restaurant eating their dinner are watching us struggle against the tide, trying to swim back out of this current.
News
we
today
managed-
as 2 men die trying to crab in
to
Boston.
get back onto the marsh, we have a bucket full of crabs about this big with maybe half an ounce of meat on them, a bunch of mussels, and then clams, which no regular man would ever eat.
Sure.
Take all these back to our hometown in a backyard and start boiling them up, and we're like, we're gonna have a good old-fashioned clam bake. Those clams were some of the most disgusting things I've ever eaten. Like, if you've ever had a steamed clam before, you open it up and
Yeah.
there's the steam inside. Like,
Yeah.
we call them steamers in the Northeast. And you have the steamer inside. You pull like a little thing off of it and then
Right.
you eat it. It was like spilling out of the shell.
Oh.
Like the shell was barely closed around it,
Stop.
and I was like, I got this. I'm gonna eat this thing. Clam was like that big and that thick. So I ate that thing. Mussels are pretty good. Crabs left a little to be desired
I'm
because
sure.
they were literally this big. The claws were that
What
big.
did you eat on that?
Whatever
Did
we
you
could
get your
find.
tweezers out?
Whatever we
You
could
gotta
find.
string
Just tried to
one
suck
fiber of.
just tried to suck the little meat out of it. And then eventually we're like, we can add to this. So instead of boiling these crabs in water, we boiled them in Mountain Dew high voltage, my friend. And that gave it a little sugary taste to it.
Andrew! How did you let this happen?
None of this is a lie. He can attest to this. None of this
I
is
can
wrong.
tell. I can see his face.
Boiled them in Mountain Dew high voltage.
Uh-huh.
It seemed
How old were you again?
old enough.
I would hope that you were young enough for Mountain
Over 21?
I have
to
no
boil
idea.
in Mountain
saying
Dew
no.
voltage.
I have literally no idea.
I'd hope 16.
No,
They
no, no.
stopped
There's
making
no
that
way
shit.
because I don't think we had beer at
Oh,
that
well, that
point.
makes sense.
Or they
So
would
I
have
don't
boiled
think we were
it beer.
21 yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
We were probably like 18, maybe 17.
Well, it sounds like an idea fueled by alcohol. It may not have been.
No, we were just idiots.
Just dumb.
Okay,
It was
alright.
fueled
we
by
just literally
idiot. Yeah.
kidnapped a bunch of crabs and had a clam bake in the backyard of my
And
friend's
murdered.
house. And kidnapped and murdered crabs
And ate.
in boiling Mountain Dew high voltage.
That's like the perfect
What
brand name.
smell does that
Fueled by
produce?
idiot.
It smelled great.
Really?
Yes, and then the surviving crabs we let go in my friend's backyard.
I'm sure they were terrified and they lived to tell the tale.
All right. On that note, we have a show called Theater Mode.
Oh, that's right, theater mode. And this is gonna be
Wizards of the Demon Sword.
that's
Wizards.
it. That's the one.
What's the demon sword?
Me, you, and Michael.
Yeah, it's got dinosaurs.
It's got
Briefly.
dinosaurs.
No. Dragons.
No, dinosaurs.
They're
And
not called
dungeons.
dinosaurs. They're called dragons.
Jeremy, we don't have to live in their world.
And dungeons.
They're dinosaurs.
Well, it's their world. Watch this trailer.
Show this clip.
All right.
Between the Peck landing strip guy.
See how these bones are attached here?
Yeah. What we got here is a good
What
old
sort of
sacrificial
diseased mind would
license.
conceive of something such as this?
These hills are full of tribesmen that practice all sorts of strange.
Gotta put these up anywhere you plan on eating somebody.
Fear not.
Don't worry about it.
Primitives that scavenge these
Dime a dozen.
bones, they shirk the likes of us. You have nothing to worry about.
That guy didn't know what the word shirk meant before
Let's
this movie.
move out.
Okay. Come on.
This movie's got comedy.
Did he just say, hey? Was that his great, like...
Beware the sand
hey.
people. I'll be honest, like, they really set that up of her being like, it's dangerous, and be like, no, it's not. But I did not think it'd be so comical.
Careful, they hide their numbers.
They could have fucking used Benny Hill music when they were running away with her.
Well, that one
man.
was
What
a winner.
happened?
What did we name the other guy in that one? Was it Bro?
Oh yeah, no, it was,
Was
bro.
it Bro?
Yeah, it was bro. The other guy.
That
his
fucking movie.
Oh.
dude he finds.
We got that.
Dude,
No.
He finds some
post
dude.
up. Post up.
Oh, we're saving that for the
Oh,
post show.
okay.
We did that theater mode, and like during it, as soon as we walked in, they were said the name of the movie is Wizards of the what is
Demon
it?
Sword.
Wizard
Waverly
of the
Place.
Demon Sword.
Yes.
I had never heard of it before.
Yeah.
But like, so I sat down, and Michael and Ryan are both like, "Oh, this is gonna be like the worst thing ever. This is gonna be horrible." We ended up watching it. It was not terrible.
It was not the worst theater mode by a long shot.
We watched. I think next week is the
Worst.
Slashing. Is that next week? Yep. Yeah. So I think that's the end of this volume.
I heard
of
that was
season
terrible.
2. And it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Like you get those movies like. The theater mode movies that I end up loving are the ones that are good enough technically, where it's like you can hear and see everything, but they're also trying to be serious and they're just failing at it.
Yeah.
The ones that like oh we kind of like we're in on the joke. Those don't
When they're
work as
meta
well.
This,
or
Wait,
like they
so
know
this
what
is
they
it.
are.
Is this
Wizards
the one
of the
that
Demon Sword.
is
good.
Wizard of the Demon Sword? Did that go up last Thursday or next Thursday?
No, that's this.
That's
coming
today.
one.
That's today.
It's coming up today. Shit, we should have swapped them then.
That's true. Yeah. Well, too late now.
This one's pretty good. It's a decent movie because
Yeah.
there's certain times that you're like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck just happened? But
Yeah.
then there's other times that you're actually like, into the story, like, okay.
Did you
okay,
see
something's
Mystery
happening.
Science Theater 3000 came back on
Yeah, it's been
Netflix?
back
They're
a
trying
while.
they're competing with us now.
They stole
They saw
Theater
us.
Mode's idea.
They stole our idea.
Dare they?
No, they still haven't turned the couch around. It's fine. No, it's just, we still got that.
Fuck!
Tom Servo flies now. I don't know if you watched it, but he actually flies. Like he
No,
like
I
he
didn't
moves
see
around,
that.
and Gypsy comes down from like the top of the theater and stuff, and she like
I didn't know that.
interacts. And
Where
yeah.
does Sir Kill-A-Lot come into this?
Sir Kill-A-Lot?
There's robots,
Is
right?
he
Those are
like-
robots.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
watched Mystery Science 3000.
Sir
Yeah.
Kilowatt?
So there's
Robots.
robots.
Pro,
These-
Tom Servo, Gypsy, and
Does
Cambot.
anyone know what Sir Kill-A-Lot is a reference to?
Is that a Five Nights thing?
No one?
What's that movie where the
Robot
kid,
Wars.
What's
Do you
that?
ever watch Robot Wars?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
He was
where
one
they-
of the house bots. Sir
Oh.
Kill-A-Lot, yeah.
They had Mouser, I think, was one of them, and
No. Sir Kill-A-Lot, Mr. Psycho, Shunt, Dead
Shunt?
Metal. Yep. Dead Metal,
Sounds like-
Matilda.
Shunt sounds something like something that you
Growler.
shove up an
Yep, Growler was one. And Sergeant Bash, I want to say.
You realize
I
you
don't
can
know,
say
man.
anything
That's
and no
true.
one
Yeah.
here will disagree.
Captain
The
Robo.
audience will.
That's true.
Sergeant
collective
Bash had a
intelligence
flamethrower.
of the internet.
100%.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking up
That's the
Sergeant
show
Bash.
that Granny Mahara had like a robot on there, right?
Kent is
Mahara.
asking if Kat will slap me tonight. No, she'll be
Slap?
fine. Yeah, because I said I'd fuck other people that aren't hurt.
Wait, what? In your dream?
Yeah.
In my dreams.
Going back
Qualify
to the
that.
Are
dream
you
thing.
talking about the old like robot battle show where they would
There was BattleBots.
battle bots?
No, Robot Wars. Yeah, Sergeant Bash. She's the one that had the claw
What
and the
is Robot
flamethrower.
Wars?
I remember BattleBots.
You remember Robot Wars? Yeah, there's this British guy that opened up and he goes, "Welcome to Robot Wars."
And then he goes, "Let's throw it to Mo."
No, that's
Guts. That's Guts.
That was
And,
Mike O'Malley, please. Mike
and
O'Malley
literally,
would throw
and
it
so
to
the
Mo.
way it would
Let's
work,
go.
Oh, he goes, "Oh yeah, welcome back."
No.
This is Michael
So
Malley.
every now and again they'd have two.
No, he did. He absolutely did.
Usually it was
Go to
just
Mo.
usually it was just two robots, but
Right.
sometimes they do like a
And they
multiple
fight in
thing.
the arena.
Right, and they find the arena, but
Yeah.
the arena had like these corners that if you went into the corner, it was called the house bot corner. And there were certain robots called the house bots, and
I remember something
and
like
they
that.
were in that
Yeah.
corner. They just
Okay.
fuck you up. And like Sir
I know what you're talking
Kill-A-Lot,
about now.
he had this big
There you
claw,
go.
and he was giant. He could just pick people up and throw them over the back wall if he so fucking felt like it. And then like they had the pit.
Sir Kill-A-Lot.
Right, they had
Look at that.
There's Sir Kill-A-Lot. That's him. All right, that's Sir Kill-A-Lot right
Does
there.
that say ass? What is that?
What?
The
Assassin?
Pac-Man with ass.
I don't know. Clearly not one of the robots that made it very far.
Pac-Man's eating the ass.
They had a robot called Razor that was fucking awesome. But Sir
yeah?
Kill-A-Lot would like.
Was it a
they
cell
had,
phone?
So they had the corners, which are the house robot corners. If you went over the wall, you were out. There was a pit that if you fell in, you were out. You had to like
Didn't-
run
like-
into it and
Yeah,
activate
didn't
it.
smoke would
pits
come
like
out.
pits would like show up randomly or like?
No, you had to like hit a button.
trying to
and then
remember
it
There
would
were
show
like
up.
saws.
Yeah,
and
things
There
would
was
happen.
saws in the
Yeah.
walls and
Environmental
shit.
effects.
Yeah.
And like,
I
yeah, so
remember what
Sir
you're talking
Kill-A-Lot
about.
was all about that. Fucking Sergeant Bash was the man because he was just a
He's a
No,
robot.
he's a robot. Yeah.
fine Sergeant Bash. He just had a big
He's actually
claw.
insulted by you calling him a man.
Yeah.
He had a big claw on the
He was
front of him,
sentient.
and then on the top was just a fucking flamethrower, which
Which is the most useless weapon.
which
Oh,
did
yeah.
nothing to robots. But
Yeah.
every now and
Yeah.
again there was a robot that was
Sometimes.
decorated with felt.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm gonna fucking melt
Torch
that
him.
shit. You'd
Or
melt
if they
the fuck
didn't
out of it.
seal the shell, that would actually melt some of the
Right.
electronics.
The house robot that did the most damage was Dead Metal. If you find a picture of Dead Metal, he looks fucking awesome.
I remember that
Making
name actually.
broadcasts do so much work today.
Find
Jesus
Dead
Christ.
Metal
Yeah.
from Robot Wars. Robot Wars Dead Metal. That's all you gotta look up.
And then you can tweet it to
I
us
do
at our
remember-
Twitter accounts right here. The Twitter handles right
Here we
underneath
go.
us right there.
There you
Dead
have
Metal,
it, and boom goes the
he
dynamite.
was like just a mess of like rebar looking shit, and he had claws on the front of him, and then
Rebar?
a power saw. So he would like grab people, and then the saw would come
Oh
forward.
yeah,
and go in.
I remember that one.
Yes.
Wasn't he the one that he decimated pretty much everybody? But
Yeah.
then
was
he
fucking awesome.
lost as per script.
Right.
John just walked in holding his dog and looking very sad.
Was it Bella? Was it
Yeah,
Bella?
he's holding
Bella,
Bella.
come here. I want Bella. John,
Bella.
you can.
Come here, Bella.
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 Come here, dog.
Listen, you're trying to call a dog that doesn't listen
my
to its own
God.
name.
Bella.
All she's doing is looking at John.
He's
Yeah.
adorable.
All right.
Hey,
There's the
John.
dog. There's the dog. Oh, and Jeremy has a dog.
Oh
my goodness.
What's wrong, John?
Oh,
John, are you okay?
What's
I have
John?
resting
John,
bitch
what's
face.
wrong?
I have
You
resting-
walked over, you looked sad.
John,
You didn't look
what's
bitchy, you looked
wrong?
sad.
That's me. I'm just.
You're resting sad face?
Because I miss you guys.
Oh,
I miss
Bella.
you
Oh,
guys.
Bella.
My favorite thing about
Escape.
Trying to get out.
my favorite thing about Jeremy is that when he gets drunk, he inevitably somehow it's like his power finds a dog
That's
and
true.
becomes best friends, and then hours
I
later.
love dogs.
And then hours later, he forgets it ever happened, and he goes, "I've met a dog."
There you go.
Remember the
Wasn't it
pizza?
Rufus?
Oh,
No,
pizza sounds really good.
I don't remember his name. The little Chihuahua thing. Oh, Doug.
Hold her legs.
Hold her legs, Jeremy, like
Hold
a-
her legs. There you go.
There we
Oh,
go.
Doug.
She's so happy.
She's looking right at the camera. Hey, how's it going?
So happy right now. I have a little dog on me. I love it.
Does Bella have a Twitter account that that broadcast can put on the wall for you? No.
Why? Does
Oh,
everybody
Doug,
gotta have a
Doug,
Twitter
Doug, Doug.
account?
Yeah.
Or an Instagram account.
There you go. Ooh.
Her
That's the
Instagram
hot-
account's
That's the
mine.
hotness.
Ooh, she wants food. She is a food-driven pooch.
Yeah, she's a food.
Ditto.
You're a
All
food-driven
right.
pooch. All right. On that note, we should probably get out of here.
Stanley was the name of the
That
dog.
was it, it was Stanley.
Steffi just texted me.
It was Stanley the dog.
Stanley the dog. And yeah, so thank you very
Bye,
much.
John.
Thank you.
Again,
Bye, Bella.
congratulations, Michael and Lindsay, for having a kid. That's very awesome. The kid's doing great. Iris, we look forward to meeting you. At the
You
Issue
never
Corner
put up a
office.
picture of Dead Metal.
And you've disappointed
There.
Jeremy.
We'll see Dead Metal in the post show. Also, we'll do these viscous shots.
Get Dead Metal up. Dead Metal!
So happy. That purple on him?
Oh, that looks awesome. Is that where, is that like the origin of Remy Tim? Maybe like that's like maybe the sparks were orange and like your brain was like purple and orange.
I
love
know
this.
who was there for the origin
It was
of Remy Tim.
subconscious.
Oh yeah.
Andrew.
Oh, that's frightening. Maybe we'll get more into that. So,
Frightening.
again, thank you for watching. Here's our Twitter accounts one last time. If you want to see them, you can follow us on Twitter.
Someone's writing it down.
So, like, someone's gonna watch the episode on YouTube. Like, what the fuck were they doing that for?
Yeah.
Anyway, long story. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.